today. The stats are out the window, folks. The bell has been rung. Map 1, let's do it.
A day to become a legend. Joe deceives the opportunity. First blood traded out by Sim. FaZe get 2 there in the feed, and they should be able to collect this initial time. Now, if you remember watching this Sake the first time they played, FaZe dropped the ball repeatedly on P2. So this first set of rotations is going to be that indication of have FaZe cleaned it up, or is Pairs, Gentlemates, and Sib going to take full advantage? That's a 5-0 start.
This is a delusional beginning out of Sib.
Jesus.
Don't miss, does not lose. Not yet. Moves it through the side window, just trying to pry some of that control away from this P1. It's only starting to just get a little bit lucrative now for the Paris Gentlemates, but again, top right-hand side of the minimap, a massive battle won there by 0-4. Joe, instant rebuttal, that's P2.
Well, Joe versus the world. He's got both Simp and Abuza. Now the entire FaZe team looking to gun him down. They take care of him immediately. I was concerned about the P2s for FaZe. Already they have fixed that issue. The emphasis put, but they lose the back spawns, so you're getting caught one by one along the way. All the pressure's on Sim.
Here we go, this is a big one now. Sim, hold it down. How much can he take? No trophies, and he's gone. Immediate break now by the Gentlemates. Ghosty catches a wonderful timing on Draza there, and damage onto 0-4. Numbers here on the back line, and the break complete.
Deja vu all over again. FaZe that earlier rotation, got bodied out. Pairs, Gentlemates right now flying and frying.
Let's go for a listen in with the Paris Gentlemates.
Barrels in, one shot.
He was front,
I'll see in front. Front of me, really weak.
Go long, on the dead. One more, going fork to front maybe?
I think window.
Could be window. Window down.
I think fork. I'll throw you back.
Yo, we're not taking me, Take it, shit off.
He's flat bed. Two front. Yo, ship it up. Barrels. Really weak outside of barrels. He's going to last two dead. Boost and draws, okay? I'm going right with you. I think I push. Window, dead.
They still use a wing door, one shot. You really, what's that time, boys? What's that time?
I got needed. Two shot time on me, I'm absolute. Yo, MP5
long Sim. Okay, listen, one close Jim, one two around time.
Play 4-4 Jim. Window, Chris, dead.
Nice. One was down low Jim. 0-4.
Yeah, give me longer. I'm waiting Jim. Window. He's hopping up window again. You want bros to Jim. Nice. Big bank.
I think. One shot. One shot time, bro.
And then new draw. New draw. 100% new. We have a straight dead shot. Living in the back. Front door. Now we Chris. I'm going hard, buddy. One side or the short.
Ramp over.
Shots our first listen-in of the Sunday. What do you make of it?
They were not settled in. It's good comms, but still, you need to get the vibe going a little bit more. They do have a streak for this hill, but if Vestrial wins the gunfight on the back line, they might not need it.
Early investment here from Sim. Managed to pull away the Hellstorm. Perfect hard point to use it on. Not a whole lot of space to be grabbed here. FaZe have scuttled away. Trapped them in the back house. Here come the mates now, right up the driveway. It's on Joe, the opening salvo of fire, but Sim manages to catch a trade there. Big nades out of Estriel. Close left gun by 0-4. And 0-4! What a 2!
An uninspirational listening, and they drop the ball with the Hellstorm. The early utility wasted in FaZe, seizing the opportunity. 2 more kills in the kill feed. They have mid-map lockdown, and FaZe have won nearly every single rotation. The P2s weren't clean, but since then, FaZe on point. They'll be the first to the new time.
Yeah, FaZe just seem a lot more comfortable after yesterday's play. Quite late into the night here in Paris, and already stat line changing for Chris Lair. Still accumulating the hard point time, 11-9 overall. Keep an eye on that as we roll over towards this last hard point of the set, and FaZe are in.
And watching Abuza play, so calm, every pre-aim on point, a very relaxed play style. No vibes falling in a poor way for him. He's collecting. He's about to eclipse a minute of hill time early in this game. It is a 60-point lead for FaZe.
Perfect coverage now across the board. Draws the last man left alive for FaZe here. Spawns to the right-hand side, and the break is complete. FaZe are down. Gentlemates in.
That was a good break.
Not to let FaZe cross. Joe with a big. Esther on the pinch. Any more here? Whoa, no way. Draza goes high, and Draza finds 2.
The Zaza duo getting you back out. No spawn traps coming through on P5. Instead, they are now pushing the pace. Draza in the midst of one of the best tournaments he has ever had. Might get cut down on the 3 spree, but still, first set of rotations in a 60-point lead for FaZe.
Big work. Going into our second set, hard point back to number 1. And so far, Sim, again, solid production, slowed down just a touch, 0-4. After his heroic and truly magical performances yesterday, hasn't really slowed down, 19 and 13 overall. Everyone for the Paris Gentlemen now somewhat slower. But young Joe finds a couple in the feed, and the spree's starting to develop.
I'm loving the patience. I know he's really taking his time. He wants his teammates to start to make that noise, and now Ford's getting active. Well, Joe Seeds picks everybody apart. He has dominated this section of the map, and look at how cushy this P1 time has been. Paris starting to wake up.
Cushy indeed. Sim, oh wow, Sim brings the right gun to the fight. There's going to be ghosty from P1 again. The Gentlemates have found a lot of success on this hard point in previous maps, but Sim is back on it. A fast hit, no regen. Great nades over the top from Joe. Gets his own trade. Extra for time. Oh!
Wow, what a 3. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
The Gentlemates win the battle.
And look at the spawns. Number 2 and number 3 right in towards P2. A full advantage if they win the gunfights. And Joe deceives the man popping off, gunning you down. He has turned this game around.
Joe delivers. Ezreal from the front. The Lafayette villain's a bad man. Can he get another onto a boozer? The hipfire from hell, as once again, Gentlemates are in.
The crowd is infectious, roaring for every single gunfight. You're trying to take full advantage, and everybody's here.
Here comes Joe. What a nade over the top from Dra's. FaZe. Oh, ruthless onslaught here to P2. The back alley, though, still Ezreal traded, and FaZe, what a break.
How quick of a response to be calm in a moment like that. Paris building the momentum. It is stripped away. 30 seconds worth fighting for, but a delicate moment. The P2 to P3 rotation. Paris Gentlemen, if you drop the ball on this roto, you will lose the game. 20 seconds left. You want to take it if you can, and they're being afforded nothing. Slaughtered along the way, gunned down, and now you have to win this rotation, or that's going to be map 1.
Oh, split spawns in 8. Simp, he may have just found the golden opportunity. Is it a ticket to the chocolate factory? No! It's to the glue factory for that stallion. Now, 3 members of FaZe down. The charge forward makes her in.
It's the test. What are you made of, Paris? You need this hill to get back in. A 30-point deficit. They can execute it here.
Goes the other bridge. They do the pass. It's over to Joe Deceives. The wizard kills them all. Joe breaks the back. No. Has to stay alive here. 0-4. Twin in. Gets another. And now FaZe in control.
Yeah, Joe Deceives with a 3 multi-kill, but you lose the spawn. It does not matter. They needed this hill. They lose it. Paris Gentlemates do not have the threat on Sake.
Such a deadly moment now. FaZe, opportunity to run away with it here. What a hard point. 27 seconds to play for this one. Ezreal by the stairs. Joe over the bridge. Down to Sim. Tagged up. This is the opportunity now to flush FaZe from it. And you haven't found it. Simp has got himself lost. He's lost at large. Trades are good. 0-4 brought down. There's going to be a nice bit of scrap there to Paris.
How many rotations have FaZe been on top of? And look at them taking care of the names. Yep, ironed up on the back line. They know they're missing Joe, and they made the noise. They found him. Abuza for the hunt. And Abuza gets gunned down. Joe Deceives a survival game. The FaZe arrows hunting, but the SMG duo for Paris are doing it. They've got the back spawns.
Oh, there they go. Rolling Thunder across the map. FaZe down. Gentlemates with the breaks yet again.
Huge. Joe Deceives and Ezreal are the monsters of map 1.
Abuza now. Ordnance from above. Perfect hard point to use it on. However, trophies should be in play. Will anybody interdict the missile? No. It is going to connect towards the back onto Ezreal. So now the back line softened just a touch. 0-4. Oh, denied entry. Trades there from Sip and FaZe. Break.
Look at the difference between the 2 Hellstorms from these teams on the exact same hill. FaZe's execution in this map has just been better.
Draz now to the left lane. Up the driveway. It is a highway to hell right now, and Draz are the devil. They're on the hard point, soaking it all the way. Gentlemates have been stunned. Shocked as now FaZe cross.
Damn, dude.
They lose the God-headed. AR's there first. Sib taken down. Well, at least you get that man off of it, but a 2-2 fight for the new time. Kills being exchanged. It looks like Paris are going to have the rotation win, but clawing their way out of a 55-point deficit. They got a long way to go.
Big hill. FaZe can win it here. Gentlemates holding for now. Slow entry here. Fella's 3 dead immediately. Joe now having to pick up the pieces. Oh, takes care of 2. The next man. 0-4. What a battle. Left-hand side of the map now is FaZe. Still holding. Mates on the break attempt yet again.
I'm telling you, man, this is the best phase arrows we've seen all year. Their teamwork is extraordinary. Their breaks are so calibrated, delicate in these moments, but they are handling the pressure to perfection. This is looking like their map number 1.
You're waiting for the opportunity here, lads. You have to make it for yourselves. There's Sim, a gift from above. The nade over the top vacates the hard point. Here we go. The final seconds of scrap, but yet again, another delightful frag. From way up high, Ghosty peels the head of a Musa over the top. No good. 0-4 traded. And Sim's in. How long can you hold this hard point now back to P1? It is the third and final set.
And this is the single best hill pairs Gentlemates have had all game, has been the P1. Well, they're not going to be here first. It is Abuja, the Belgian assassin, trying to lock it down, and he's got the great iron.
Played it simple, played it safe. 0-4 now. Opens up a laneway for his boys. Draws from low. Traded. Shots in from Ghosty. And the Gentlemates find the time yet again, but Sim, a moment of denial. He's alive with 9 HP. Sim somehow, under the coverage of his boys, find it, and this could be the game.
The teamwork's too good. Number 4 is going to be on the pinch as Estriel, but it's a desperation effort. There is nowhere to go. From here, the game for FaZe is easy.
FaZe locking it down. Abuja in the feed yet again. Man, he's got 4 kills the last few seconds. Draws on the left flank. A last-ditch attempt right now, but nobody's home. FaZe, Vegas, looking to take map 1.
Map 1 might just mean everything. The nerves exist for both sides of this stage. FaZe, they handle the heat. The FU draws a chance have been whispered and ringing out for years. He loves it. He lives for it, and his team can handle it. That map 1 was the only map pairs Gentlemates were able to beat FaZe on, and they just got throttled.
FaZe said, yeah, you had us before. Difficult enough to beat a team twice in the tournament. Difficult to beat him on the same map again. FaZe, they've done their homework and they have come back and aced this test so far. Name was called it on the desk. Maps 2 through 5, incredibly strong for FaZe. That first was the only question mark. That question has been answered.
And Abuja in 0-4, look at those stats, 4,100 damage for the pair of them. No stranger to a grand final. They want to lift some more trophies. These boys are hungry on Sunday.
It's Sunday, bloody Sunday right now. First time we have seen the Gentlemates on a Sunday since Major 1. What a journey it's been for them. And technically not over yet. The highlights. Now from map number 1, Sake does go the way of FaZe, who just joined us, and what a battle it was.
The most important aspect of these highlights for FaZe is their ability to break hills. They had a singular P1 where they were unsuccessful, but anytime they're getting 4-man wiped, anytime they need to battle back, we had a perspective from 0-4 where for 10 seconds on P1, doesn't move, doesn't overcommit. Joe Deceives is on the other side of the map popping off, but they are playing their positions so well to make sure when they're going for the break, it is a perfect execution. FaZe are playing some of the best hardpoint we have ever seen in Call of Duty. To maintain that in this environment is a spectacle.
He truly managed to silence what is the loudest crowd, and technically decibels alone, we've seen in the games. It's really impressive work out of FaZe Vegas. That is a strong mental game indeed. The brightest lights, the loudest crowd, not at all deterred. Well, map 1 good. Map 2, we're not going to go back to cringe. That was such a strong showing from FaZe in the first matches of the tournament. The Gentlemates have certainly done their homework, but how strong will they be?
0-4 in his 3rd year of respawn in Call of Duty, absolutely handling business. This is a team of competitors for FaZe Vegas, existing in hostile territory, and you might not miss it, or if you're sitting at home, you are missing it. Anytime these guys are walking on stage during the pre-show, any of that, it is a full crowd, packed house, everybody flipping them off, booing like madmen. Anytime they're there, they have been cold as ice. You lose the opening break, they got a little bit weird on the P2, and then they simply ran away with this game.
You managed to keep them down to a single second from P5 to P1, but Sake complete. Gridlock coming up next, staying in Japan, before we get over to that exposure overload for map number 3, and La Défense Arena. It has been something truly, truly special this weekend at Major 4. So before we get to the match, the Gridlock, obviously one of the newer additions to Black Ops 7's pool. How are we feeling about it?
Terrified if you're a Paris Gentlemates fan. You lose the most important map, you go into an S&D where the vetoes are a little bit different in the series because they did not have a fun experience in Search their last series. And I just know the teamwork for FaZe has been incredible. The way that they have been playing this map and even their S&D style through this tournament, running it down, pushing past bomb sites, going for the full pinches, moving into the other team's spawn. They've been a collective unit almost at all times. Crowder, the happiest he has been with his team all year long.
That's that. It is now time to play. Business will be dealt with accordingly. And the other side of the stage, Mayhem, he and Cheek now, the final words parted for the boys. Try to give them a little bit of extra sauce that this crowd can't. The energy is one thing, but it is going to be the mental game now against FaZe, an incredibly strong opponent against the Journeymates all season long. This is how it looked on Friday. A long time ago now, and it was Abuza and Sim, absolutely the top dogs there for FaZe.
And Abuza ripping and roaring in map number 1. Had the 4,100 damage, the great iron, and just very calm gameplay. No tweaks on it, nothing special, no extra sauce. He's just about his business. That's the great iron he's going to be bringing here on Gridlock. A wide diversity of strats they have. He's even been the bomb carrier sometimes. They can get weird with it. Very tough to play against. We'll see what kind of style they bring.
The great iron, we'll get that in French, that's pretty cool. I think that's a good. But for Abuza, yeah, microphone activated. Here we go into map number 2. What should be another spectacle here in Paris. Mates have not looked bad whatsoever in Search and Destroy this tournament.
Gridlock S&D?
This is a different breed. This is a different weight class. Here we go to B.
Sid versus 4. Has to survive. That's the first sniper shot missed. Immediately back down. No time wasted for 0-4. This man is flying for the first blood, ripping your heart away.
Got it in the palm of his hands. And now another. The shoulders thrown. One more bullet for Estriel. No need. Abuza's downstairs. Oh, the trades are out. And it was down to 0-4. He started this party. Can he finish it for FaZe?
Look at this from his point of view. No information, has to collect the bomb, has to find 2 players, and those 2 players have made it out of dodge. He's collected the bomb, 45 seconds to play with.
Might be on their tail. And again, right now, for the Paris Journeymates and 2 pink arrows on the minimap. They're worried about what's going on in the middle. They're worried about the rotation, nobody home, bomb plant.
And the crowd doing everything they can to help their team, but he's got the MPC. He wants to keep these fights close.
First bout, gets away with his life. It's going to be Joe there watching the flank. The timing on this has to be great, but 0-4 yet again. Diligent on now, the defuse goes Joe. Will we check this? The answer is possibly not. FaZe concede the first round. Strong, aggressive defense from Joe. Just keeping 0-4 away from that bomb site.
Well, that key gunfight from Ghosty taking care of Draza. We know the style for FaZe on this map. They love to push through that B site. They love to take the opposing team's space. Draza going for that pinch, had Joe Deceives in his sight. Ghosty wasn't there, snapping in position. If a single player there for Gentlemates goes for the pinch, they lose that round. They got to stay group 2.
Round 2. Sib back to the M15, and just
Ooh.
at the right time, or not. That's a nice opener from Sim. Sim to Sib violence. And the B-bomb site now covered in FaZe players. It's not going to be an issue right now. They've got all the time in the world now to make this attack. Quick bomb plant changes that somewhat. Nades exhausted. Concussions used. And Abuza gets another alongside Draza, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the best retake you'll see in a while.
Instant. You just cannot let them in. You can hold this site in a 3v4. Joe Deceives has the perfect plant spot. It's the most aggressive. You have options, but once the entire team is able to walk through both doors and take the space, call it wraps. This is also back-to-back rounds where FaZe have identified the wink leak of Paris and S&D. That is Sib. First blooded for free.
How
2
bad?
rounds in a row.
What are you
FaZe,
doing?
I mean, it's at times a simple game. They just do everything together. 2, maybe 3 of them at a time. Incredibly difficult to trade out in this very fast Call of Duty game. You have to get them in a weakened moment. Not going to happen yet. 1-1. That kind of round is very, very decisive. Here we go. Big nade from Abuza. No connect, but plenty being thrown back at him. Who will take the advantage? Goes to the first. Draza can't get rid of this life, and the pinch is on as well. So this is already absolutely All down to 0-4. He's in the middle of the map. And he finds nothing. Mates take the lead.
And that is a lack of adjustment for FaZe in this mode. We have seen 2 rounds from them in 2 different series where they have one player going for the pinch when you're stacked up in showers. But once that go button's hit, you just had the extra numbers for Gentlemates. 0-4 left on the wrong side of the map. Back-to-back rounds now for Paris. That is an effective go button hit.
I will say, I mean, a testament to the European education system. Everyone's English is fantastic, especially this crowd. Round 4. Spree there for Joe, a little bit of a 2-zy. Can he make it a 3-zy? Can he get a Hellstorm? That'll be the question on this map. Pretty nice. First contact. Oh boy, Joe doesn't finish it. He somehow manages to stay alive.
And draws on the pinch to the middle of the map. This is the gunfight. xThrill has to win it to get yourself back in, and he is taken care of. Your only opportunity squandered.
Well, Boo's on the backline here. And this is an interesting situation to find himself in right now. Well, Joe, check this. He sure does. Bad news, though. The Great Iron on the backline. Now Sib finds one. Sib, the second is coming its way rapidly towards you. Gets it. Number 3 now to the right. And that will be enough to bring him down. The FaZe. A tempered retake.
Very calibrated. Abuza with the distance spot there in the 4 versus 2 to make sure no mistakes being made. Sib able to get on the board. No more donut cam. Once you get that first one through the hoop and search and destroy, everything gets a little bit easier. FaZe though, strike back. For their attacking round, you see Simp making the call. What is their approach going to be for their next offense?
Tied up.
Everybody's here this time.
Sit with the bomb, and everyone making a run for it. Nades over the top might be cool, but for now, it's only going to be Joe Deceives. I don't know how many stuns connected. No damage dealt to a boost there, so NPC now at this close range, exactly what he wants for this bomb site. 2-2 split here for the Gentlemates on the retake position. Here we go. Through the side door, xThrill, what an entry. Managing to walk away with at least one. The damage dealt, though, as FaZe will have the man advantage. Ghosty, clapped down to Sib. FaZe on the move over towards the B-bomb site. Ghosty, with him gone, it's on Sib. He will see this player and do nothing about it. FaZe, a dominant round from start to finish.
That's the adjustment you're looking for. Make sure you have all 4 bodies around that site. You lose the first blood, but the trades were instantaneous. And you see the idea from Abuza. Snipe at the start, launch that cross. If you know that space is being given to you, pulls out the NPC to get ready for war. Abuza having another strong map back-to-back where he is the main slayer. 6-3 so far, a few rounds in.
I wonder if that backpack gets hot. To A we go, but once again, the Gentlemates spread quite thin across this gridlock piece of toast. FaZe a lot more centered now towards the A-bomb.
Pairs Gentlemates hoping for a scam, and there it is. You're letting Sib get to work. A connection with the sniper.
Prayers answered. Prayers answered indeed. xThrill gets up close to personal B, but again, it's a bit of a rube. You're still going to A, but it's going to be a throwdown in the square. Oh my goodness! Joe! Joe! A gift! Delivered with a bow, signed, sealed. Gentlemates find the equalizer.
COD God's on his side for that one. Joe Deceives with the perfect timing and the perfect structure to deal with the way FaZe has been playing S&D in this tournament. Wait for the scams. Sib makes a catch. FaZe loves to get aggressive after the fact. Joe Deceives happy to get away, and look at how quick the teamwork is. Ghosty, instant turn to help out his friend. And xThrill, a great catch towards mid after it. A beautiful round for Paris.
Immediate collapse on that mid lane as well. Gentlemates know they've got the advantage to work with, and they ran it. Well played. Just to find that third. Oh, to the middle we go. Oh, boys, we're all here. The throwdown is there, and 04 smoke does allow FaZe to vacate without any casualties. 3 now for the mates to the back, and we might be going towards A.
They have full site control. Maybe a little bit worried about the pinch. Draza played a tight angle to watch it from Dojo earlier on. And FaZe are doing a similar thing. It's 2 guys for the front, Draza for the pinch. A lot of pressure on the SMGs.
Entry through this back door is always costly. Can Joe find something without going down? That's the question. We are waiting. The stack is here for FaZe. First man in. Corners checked. You've got a little bit of space to play with and wait. FaZe. Oh dear. Is this enough to work with? It might be. No! Ghosty! It's friendly fire. Joe somehow deals the damage, leaves it all down to Ghosty in the 1v2. But what an unfortunate event. A friendly fire incident there costs you the lead.
What a set piece from FaZe in the post plant. I'm not a fan of letting the pressure in and opening those floodgates through the tiny doorways. They had everybody in the right corners there for the trades. You're looking at Joe Deceives licking his chops for that free 2-piece. Nope, the coverage is there. They understood where the opening spots were. They closed that door. That is a big round for FaZe to get that 4-3 lead.
How dearly you needed that extra NPC from Esther in that situation. That's such an unfortunate blunder. A game of pixels and milliseconds, Call of Duty is, it always has been. So Sniper's been successful so far. This time we'll hopefully get to see it, but a smoke gives you just enough information there. And Draza, I'm not sure if he was running a VS Recon on the other side as well. 2-2.
Yeah, similar situation though. They were hoping for a scam. They have no intel on this round. No one from FaZe has moved, but only 2 defenders currently of this site.
Simp and Abuza now. They will deal with the entire might of the Paris Economics roster.
They felt it.
Enough pressure. Murderous intent sensed through the walls of the onsen. Bomb planted, and here we go. This will give FaZe time to make their way forward on the attack.
This is the exact same style of retake we saw the previous round. Now it's FaZe's turn.
FaZe is the utility to now find the entrance. Watch out for that frag. Return to them. 04 smoke does work. But Sim, Ezreal, the snipers connect. 04, the duel is lost, and it all's down to Simp, who can't buy one. 4-4.
That is the Sib effect in this round. With that sniper, he has that certain je ne sais quoi. You throw the smoke, trying to block off the lane. Another set piece for FaZe. The idea is there, and that sniper bullet ripping heads through it. Sib, don't miss, don't lose. Doesn't matter if he can see you or not, he will find that connection.
Aren't you glad we got Snipes back in COD? Aren't you glad? Me too. 4-4. Wonderful back and forth on Gridlock here. We are bumper to bumper in map 2.
Interesting to see if that bait will have any impact. It'll be 04 throwing smokes, playing the credit. Struck down for the first blood. Now you are down a man, but the bait might be in. Pairs have now overcommitted towards that A site. Nobody's home. They're doing the same thing, trying to get Simp in position on the back line.
Look at that, and Sim's like, nah, boys, it's clear. I don't see anyone here yet. Are they downstairs? Here comes the check. Bomb planted.
Oh, fuck!
A miraculous shot. The second, not good. But Joe now springs to life and tears it away from FaZe. Ezreal, a 5 spree.
Okay, good retake.
Ghosty sent Ezreal to the grave. In his rebirth, he has exploded on this 5 spree. His resurrection, and now he is looking to call game. Pairs Genemates one more round, and this is the simple thing with Sib. When he's hitting shots, there are few snipers like him. An unreal connection to give his team the extra edge.
It's a special Sunday. Will we see a round 11? FaZe, defensive round. Gentlemates on the attack. Ezreal, close as you like to the Hellstorm again. Not necessarily a guarantee for any team or any player in the league right now, but Lightning will not strike this round for Sid.
FaZe have not overcommitted. They are remaining with effectively the 2-1-2 split. Abuz is going to make contact towards the middle of the map, or no. As he goes to B, Bears have opportunities now to work through mid as they're approaching this B site. FaZe, this is a difficult situation. Bears are able to get this bomb down. The minimap is looking great.
Smokes here.
Oh, wow.
Trades out the middle of the map. Now FaZe trying to run a steam train right down the middle lane, and it's on Ghosty. They are hot on his heels. How quickly can he maneuver here? Here come FaZe. Rapid moves. Draza identifies the next man. The crowd desperately trying to warn their team. They've warned them of nothing. FaZe now arrive. The conscious concerns about the flanks indeed, but an open A bomb site that FaZe are going to as well.
They're leaving Sim towards B, potentially for the bomb, but it's going to be over towards A. Draza is so fast to be here. It's the S&D experience. Draza good for one. No bomb plan.
Time not on your side. 15 seconds. Esriel heavily damaged. Sib out of the play. Here's the play through mid. Should have brought a gun to the knife fight. Esriel! Gotta chase the man down. 0-4 lives. Round 11.
If this crowd hates Draza now, imagine how they will feel if FaZe win this series. Draza making the big play in 0-4, beating down little man and securing this round. Round 11, here we go.
A fraction of a second from Esriel.
Paris loses this, it's going to be crazy.
Chase that man, no red dot found. Gongs out here in Paris.
And Esriel is on a 7th spree, so he does indeed have this Hellstorm for defense. And this is a fairly open A bomb site. FaZe are roaring towards it.
Taking the site. The sniper from Sib heard.
Here comes this Hellstorm.
This is gonna sting. FaZe, back it up. Try to find a safe place here. Seek shelter, find cover, anything. Get under a table if you can. And here we go. Genomake's gonna move forward here, take some of the space on the bomb site, and now make this fight the decider for the map. Joe starts it. Draza, 2, 3. Abuza joins him. And now the Ghosty. A 1v1 for the map.
Come on, Dan.
Paris is on its feet. Ghosty back to sight. And they've somehow passed one another. Ghosty will barely turn. Draza behind him. The crowd is doing its damnedest to give this up, and it still has not happened. Draza will plant the bomb, and we will go for round 2.
Good job, Ghosty. Wow.
The bell is rung. It is a total knockout. By the hairs of their chinny chin chin.
Wow.
The Genomates have taken map 2.
Big win. Wow. Big win.
Ghosty with the ice in the round 11, but make no mistake about it. The kid from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Esriel, another performance for Paris where he gets to call game. The 7th spree, the Hellstorm to make it weird. Sid with another snipe connection in the round 11 off the back of it. Esriel has fit into this team so well. The kid's a monster.
11-6. You saw the joy on his face in the interview yesterday. At 1-1, it didn't feel like a 1v1, it felt like a lot more than that, but FaZe, to everyone's surprise, lose the search and destroy, and now the script has been flipped on its head. We'll see what happens for the rest of the series, but there we go. To Overload we go now. Again, FaZe, System Chance have had a tremendous advantage, but what a series this is so far. What an incredible spectacle. But the folks, I don't know if you can hear this, but the water in our bodies is vibrating. It's quite something in this room. We're going to need to take a break, get ourselves rehydrated, and get ready for the Exposure Overload. On the other side of this break, Major 4 continues Championship Sunday. It's quite the show so far. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to go take out Ryder. I'll be right back.
19 as a team, absolute units, but a +4 average margin. This is not just squeaking by from overloads. This is sheer and utter domination. They have found that form. However, exposure, in my mind, is a wild card of an overload map. Dangerous territory, anybody's ball game. And if you're thinking about exposure overload, I have memories of Estriel involved in the greatest overload comeback we have had throughout this year. It was on this very map. We're used to the experience of comebacks being incredibly difficult. You go down by 2, you go down by 3. The team with that lead can alter their play style and just play containment. You don't have to go for the device. He somehow found himself in a situation where they got 4 scores in 45 seconds. You can never count them out. FaZe on overload on land, the absolute finest in the game.
You're a betting man, woman, or person, even animal. In certain states, I'm sure it's allowed. You wouldn't be putting it all on FaZe to win this one. We'll see what the match has in store for us. Unpredictable Sunday here in Paris. From left to right, the Paris Genomates will fly. The pink arrows on the minimap now as we make our way up towards the EMP. Smack, bang in the middle. Forward Joe. Well, his boys are finding kills. The middle of that map's still a dangerous place. Lovely too. Here for the Paris Genomates with a quick pickup. And looking at that left lane, looking at the top side, you need to find those kills. You have to find some space before we call the go button. And we're getting very close to it. Here we go. Steps forward. FaZe defensively holding. Abuza's tactical's going to slow it down just a little bit, but that's number 1. Right through the eye of the storm. Go, Genomates.
Taking care of the spawners. That is a huge strike just to set that tone. Paris Genomates, their opening break's incredible in this. Joe Deceives has had multiple 30-second captures.
We've got another one here. Maintaining that top lane very, very well. It's all down to Abuza. He has to draw a line in this sand. None of those players get by. Joe, that's a big kill. Enough to get his teammates now through the middle. Oh, he's drawing these players forward. Gets Estriel into a position where his teammates have got those kills. So yeah, again, wonderful back and forth so far. But Genomates maintaining control of the top lane. Possession now theirs.
And they're going quick. This is a fast move. So 2 FaZe players a little bit out of position. Draws a gun down by the NPC. This gun hits different on land.
Maybe one more here. Abuza's dead. Next man 04 commits past the threshold of cover. And Ghosty, it's in. Deux points. Paris Genomates.
Absolute slaughterhouse on the bottom side of the minimap. Abuza, well, trying to find an opening for his team. It's a low side spawn, and he has opened up this lane. Estriel and Sib need to slow it down, but they are just not in position. Sim looking to run this one home.
Absolutely. This looks good. This looks good. Simp is on it. There we go. EMP connection. The overload's there for FaZe. They find themselves 1. In the first 2 minutes of play, very exciting stuff.
And he's still going to go for the spawn kill. Simp just wants to live in their spawn as much as possible. 2 players he's going to be dealing with.
Oh my God.
And 2 might not be enough. Well, Ghosty gets the trade, and he's going to give you 2. He's going to stop this push in its tracks. Huge kills from Ghosty.
Still trying to get tricky here, though. 04 still holding on to the EMP. Sets up Abuza. Still maintaining that pressure. Now the wrap back towards the middle. Looking to reset. Draw the Gentlemates forward. Hope he catch a player.
These are the toughest moments defensively. You can track the device guy, but got to make sure you're in position. Ghosty is there again.
That's 3 dead. That's a massive opportunity now. You've identified the lane. Yeah, we're going to commit towards B yet again. Top side. That's Sim. He's opened the door. Now the race is on. Sim gets ever so close. From spawn, you're going to be able to get something here. Joe, another big kill. He's looking for a second. Draza, what a stop. And FaZe. Fantastic defense.
Big wins defensively. Now they're going to have 3 players here on this top side lane. Mid-cut's going to be covered well. 04 playing keep away. Jumping over players is Simp, and now he's got the device. 3 kills in the feed, and you got Joe Deceives out of position and behind you. Simp with a nice route. He gives you his second score.
Beautiful equalizer. Simp, both of the overloads so far for FaZe. We're staying on the top lane. The EMP will not go low until this one is captured. Joe finding 2, Estriel 3rd. The deaths here for FaZe are in a precarious position. Abuza denies the area with a nade. Defenders now in position for the Gentlemates. They should be able to survive this.
Good days from Draza off spawn. He's going to give you 2 in this moment. Ghosty cut down every single lane covered by FaZe. High-level gameplay. 2 players working through mid. Joe Deceives knows they don't have the pressure. they got to make sure they watch everything. You got a sim pinch coming in.
We're flying forward to get the pinch. It's a punch. Ghosty, down, and that will be the lead change. 0-4. Playing it slow and steady while we wait for the map to settle.
Low device spawn. Number 5 is going to cover the bottom lane while Sim trying to go for the pinch. Pairs set up around the device. 2 players they know they're dealing with in their own spawn. The other 2 players out in front of them. Collected the device. Ghosty, another multi-kill he gives us.
45 seconds, the final minute. We could be looking at about 2 more scores here if our teams are productive enough. Boozer defensively no good. Sip on the trades. We're still trying to maneuver the Impy around. It's still in the hands of Joe. Down to the middle of the map. Ghosty, he's opening the lane. 1 more kill's all he needs. Final seconds. And it's connected. Joe's through. A late equalizer. And the middle of the map covered right now with Gentlemates.
Still time for the rally capture. You're going to win every single gunfight. You got 2 players now going for the spawn kills. They can set this up for the dagger for this final score.
Waiting for the scales to tip. We're just waiting to see where the opportune play is. Joe, 1 more kill. Gets it. Has to somehow stop this. Ghosty's there, and I don't believe it. They've got it. The dying seconds of the first half, a brilliant lead change by the Paris Gentlemates.
Good.
And that is 3 overloads for Joe to seize. Quick work in this moment in a battle we are having on exposure. In phase, as much as they are on point, always in the perfect position, it is Dan Ghosty for that final score that just finds the timing. Gets tucked near that van corner, has the freebie right next to him. Phase ever so slightly off, instantly punished.
What a cap. 4-3. Straight to the second half we go. We play to 8 here in the Call of Duty League, so if you get to 8, the map will end. Joe's hat-trick. A highlight of the map so far.
Keep in mind, Joe receives a Hellstorm in the back pocket, should Paris ever need it. Or if they want to have that advantage, go see another double kill in this map. 18 and 13, he's on one.
We're looking at bottom lane yet again, Estriel. The goal-hanging moment here, lead block. Couple more kills, the Timics have to win this one, but 0-4 slowing the play here.
Ooh.
No possession as of yet. Estriel's going to be drawn now into the battle in the middle of the map, just trying to take some more space, trying to reinforce. The guarantees are not there. FaZe, a wonderful way to stop it.
Necessary kill by Sim to slow this one down, while Estriel on a 5. Getting the hot hand. 6 kills now in a row, and 3 players dealing with the Booza versus the world not good enough. There's your next one, 5-3.
Oh,
wow.
Good God.
Wow.
First of the map. And FaZe are all over this one, but Joe, yeah, this Hellstorm is absolutely going to stop this one. FaZe trying to beat the missile. They have. They're through. No! It's a stoppage! The Hellstorm connects onto 2. The nades are there, and the scramble now to stop it.
And what a free camp shot. You see the battlefield, all of the nades exploding right on top of it. Will FaZe, it's the next resurgence. They're going to have a couple bodies here. Sim going to be good for 2 near the device, but they haven't collected it. The reset in the nick of time. That's the savior. Bears have to bail out, but that spawn is devastating. So far away, Sim's able to give you the kill. And we're not getting the device just yet. Simp, a rare moment, not making the right decision, and he gets caught. He does not have the vision.
He doesn't have the vision. He's so worried about the players being close, but they were on the other side of the map. 3 minutes to play, and FaZe, that is a blunder that will hurt them in the long run. Gentlemates now, finding a few kills through the middle of the map. The wind has shifted in their favor yet again. Ghosty now, tip of the spear for Paris.
Another double kill from Ghosty. Can't find the third. Nice positioning for a Booza. Going to slow this one down, but with a 2-score lead, you want the device control. You're going to be happy for it. Well, officially gets taken away. FaZe going to have the extra numbers. Their turn to attack.
FaZe want to stabilize. And now the run towards A. This should be number 4. What iron hand, but wait, Zip managed to catch a window. Joe,
team kill.
It's on. He stopped it. Joe deceives. And a steal. Now the run. FaZe, another blunder.
Simp has just not had it these past 2 days. Something going wrong. It's a nice kill behind enemy lines, but the device just trying to go for the foot race. Ghosty needs to be quick, fleet-footed, 0-4 on the chase, but they got everything covered, every single kill, here to run it home.
FaZe running desperately, trying it out, stop the goal line. Can we get it done? The kill is there. Joe goes high. Denied again. 1:45.
Bears just want to hold this line. It is a full reset. Everybody going to be playing for spawn. It is Abuza with the pistol and device in hand.
I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry. Give me a second.
Right now on the middle map, FaZe have yet to cross this 50-yard line.
0-4. Through the middle. Left lane wide open. Will FaZe finally get it through? Draz. Perfect work of the first kill. Abuza with pistol. He's there for it. Number 4. It's through. We are 1 minute away. FaZe still battling for the bottom side of the map. Estriel. He's the piece of Lego right now that they have stepped on.
Dangerous moment. Painful spot. You take care of 0-4 in the floating container. Looking for this middle map pressure. Pairs, gentlemates only need to play keep away, but that is a 3 down in the feed. Civ is the last man standing. Gun down off the map. Device control for FaZe.
You've got 0-4 in the middle of the map here. You have options if you're FaZe. You do not need to muscle it through the middle of the map. You can do something else here, lads. You can figure it out, but maybe thinking is a dangerous thing to do. Just go for it. And Civ, a big kill. The B goal is now open. It is on to Draz to find 2 huge kills.
He's doing what he can. It's all about the timing. Great damage. Maybe the one pump not good enough. The nades coming through. You don't have the trophies. You got to make your pairs. And now they got the extra numbers. You got to do it with gunfights, but it's not good enough. 20 seconds left to play, and you can park this bus.
15 seconds away from changing the lead in this series. The final 10. Ghosty will dig his head into the sands of exposure. And I don't believe what we've seen. We were a second away, a pixel, from one of the greatest collapses we may have ever seen in a game of Overload. And the xPhantxmx fans know how close they just came to utter disaster. What a map!
Wow.
What a series! xPhantxmx take the lead.
Swing game mode for a reason. They got the map 1 out of the way. Now that momentum is building. And what a hell of a map there out of Dan Ghosty, but a full court effort for Pairs Gentlemates. Exposure is a dangerous, dangerous thing. FaZe so good on land in this game mode, so good through this stage. The record does not matter in a championship someday. Paris got it through.
That was as close as it could have possibly been. I would love, if we have the option for a replay, I would love to see how close Drazza came there. Talk about parking the bus. Ticket inspector was there, trying to write you a ticket to sudden death. Not today, folks. Wow. The xPhantxmx somehow, again, the script has been turned on its head. Maps 2 through 5, FaZe with the advantage, and in round 11 of the Search and Destroy, and there in the dying seconds, a 5-4 win for the mates. I cannot believe this, man.
Outside of that final moment, the most important situations that we're going to see in these highlights are the mistakes being made for FaZe Vegas. Not reading the spawns, admittedly on this map, an extremely difficult thing to do, but a failure to score on that A zone on the low side of the map. And then later on, again, Simp not going for the device when he had that opening, and a teammate coming through to take care of 0-4. They dropped the ball twice in a 1-score game.
Twice. Heartbreaking for FaZe. Utterly devastating moments. Again, the VOD review will be very challenging for them. Coaching staff, I'm sure, pulling their hair out, but a thing of the past now. This is the final moment here. Ghosty with 4 seconds to spare. Drazza makes the right call, picks it up, finds a kill, and if not for Joe Deceives to catch him there, that would have been an overtime play from Drazza. That could have been one of the greatest plays we have seen in Overload's history. In its short, sweet, and incredibly memorable history. Good God, what a tournament this is.
Take a look at that shot. Beauty in the Call of Duty world. The crowd on one and the trophy these teams looking to hoist. 2-1 lead for Paris. We're not wasting anybody's time. We're getting after it.
HP.
Right into the next hard point, and we got a scar. It is going to be a field day.
Set the clock back to last night, 04. One of the most incredible Scar performances we've seen him have against a very, very tough competitor, the LA Thieves. More on them later, playing Optic Texas in the winner's bracket shortly after this. But for Scar Hardpoint, both squads have got the resolve, they've got the melons. And right now, this audience, this crowd, is it enough to get the Genomates over the line? Map 4. Here we go. It feels like every series, every map, Genomates just get a little bit better. Still a relatively young squad. And with the sort of the pressure and the adoration of the crowd on their side, it just feels a little different. Here we go. Stats are well and truly out the window now. Will it be a final map for FaZe and the Genomates?
That's the exact same opening break FaZe had on this map yesterday. Draza going right back to the cruddy spot of the plane heady. Jodeci's fries with the MPC. And from the good side, Paris Genomates strike first. They are already locking this hill down.
Ghosty, the pistol from the belly, rarely works out. A clean hard point for now in FaZe. Oh dear, they get it for a second. The early 21 there gained out of the Paris Genomates is going to be enough to see them sitting pretty. Go back over the time yet again. You have denied FaZe once more.
That is a functionally elite P1 to start this game. Paris Genomates, I mean, they're going to go up 40-0 in towards this new time. And you just saw that cock of the frag grenade, put it in the back pocket. No trophies here on P2. If FaZe are here first, it might be a baptism of explosions.
Again, make it count, and you will get those breaks. That's a good nade. That forces nothing but troubles there for Sim. Here comes Joe. Oh, right where 04 wanted him. Lovely kills. FaZe.
After this map, I'll feed you. After this map, you're gonna have some food.
Boy, trade's good. Makes her in.
All four. Great news for Paris Genomates. Continue to
Come on.
run this score up. It is going to be a war zone, though. Every single nade, every single stun. Impossible to stay alive in FaZe. Take it right back.
Take right in. Oh my goodness, they got the, they played footsies under the table and then they kicked him clean out. 04, look at this flank. And this is a delightful piece of information to be passed over there for FaZe. They're going to want to try to get that scrap time, but they don't have the numbers here. They do have the rotation to do this hard point wide out in the open. That plane, a stronghold here on Scar.
Dude, look at the Paris Genomates on the map. Every single player just got involved to take away just the final few seconds. The mid-cut is going to be open. Sim trying to hover that, but he has to go towards the time. An interesting sequence, opportunity to get away, but it looks like FaZe, no, everything has been contained. A four-man wipe. Now they get to soak up this P3 time.
Draza's form right now is absolutely beautiful to watch. Yesterday he had a sort of turning point. We realized I am that guy. I can play this way. And this is an unbelievable hold. So far, FaZe have done a delightful bit of work here on P3. It's all theirs. Draza yet again holding on. Big set of kills here for FaZe.
Gone.
Sim being brought down though again. It's still FaZe in the hard point, and that is the lead firmly theirs.
Yeah, this has actually been a very slow sequence for Paris Genomates. No real attempt to get aggro, and now they're getting aggro with only 15 seconds left on the hill. This is a delicate moment, because that back spawn is going to be open. Number 3, Jodeci spawning all the way out. His teammates, though, deliver. They win every single gunfight. They keep the map under control. A very important moment for Paris. P4 will be theirs.
Calculated risk to see if it pays off. Estriol down. Sim now getting lost on that backside of the map. Ghosty, the guessing game's on, and there it is, the pimp. Over the fences, dances daintily into the battle. Sim and Estral finding a couple of kills now, trying to make it as safe and sound as possible. And yet again, Genomates, you abandon a lot of that P3 time to guarantee this side of the map. And FaZe are making you sweat for it.
04 might be doing the thing. He is making plays, 13 kills, and he has just been dancing around this time in blue. 04 sent in for the kill, and 04 going to be blocking those back spawns. So the reinforcements are going to be here for FaZe, and 04 has been on a tear. Sim finally able to shut him down. The back spawn's never quite secured. And by the looks of it, as they're going towards P5, Paris Genomates are going to take the lead, but they do not take those spawns. And Zimp even being a nuisance. Little rat trying to strip away this time and force those back spawns down. It is going to be a hike and a half across the map for Paris. Initial time for FaZe.
Not the most profitable situation to find themselves in for the Genomates. Now FaZe in control, trying to deal with the next wave of Mates players. Let's go for a listen in.
He's going back their side. We're good. He's going there. Take it. Left. Watch out, Dante. I have time. Here you go. He's hitting left. Fight's open. I'm going to take it then. Fight's open. Hold on. Take it. I'm needing time. I'm one shot. He's taking me. I'm going visit. I'm coming. Here, mid-train. Challenge. I have your ticket. All right, Jordan. I take it. Ciao. I have your ticket. I'm one shot. I'm getting it. I'm one shot. Take it. I'm time. I'm weak on time. Here, watch me the other side. Watch your progress. Nothing cross. Watch me pitch it. And new close right corner. All right. Yeah, one more.
A fantastic listening there with FaZe. Draz' communication chance. It is outstanding.
And well, they're going to need better communication because Sim's behind enemy lines. They were currently unaware. The spawns are getting weird. Now they should read it. Sim gives you 2 towards mid, and that is a safety moment. Sim, you got him pulling out the M15, trying to make some action happen, and he is locking P1 down.
He's get space now. Nothing to worry about. A little bit of time now going the way of FaZe. That lead ever so larger. Map's starting to get a bit dangerous. Here comes Sid on the pinch. Estriel cut down from cover there by 04, 23 and 18. It's not quite as electric as it was last night, but it's starting to get that high voltage. Draza still. What a map he's having. Hellstorm, back pocket.
In Paris right now, you can feel them crumbling a little bit underneath this pressure. Very disconnected on that break attempt. That was single chow rolling through. The disconnected effort is painful. It continues. They are dying one by one. And even if they break this P3 time, hell is going to rain upon them.
Don't wait for Draza there, watching that arrow stay still for a second longer. We're waiting for this opportunity. Might call it in right off spawn. Yeah, he stays still. That's going to be it. Hellstorm's coming through right now. ETA, that's 6 seconds. It takes a while here in Black Ops 7. His teammates have found a kill or 2. Splash 1, splash 2, hard point FaZe.
I don't see a trophy just yet by this time. Opportunity maybe for the nades to land through. Simp, this frontline man, gets the kill, and that means you're looking towards mid. 04, locking it down.
That is a target-rich environment, that score. Joe, wow, peeled by 04. Sim's now got himself in a killing spree. Middle of the map, Draza from atop his tower, atop his perch. Watchful eye across Scar. FaZe muscling their way towards the game 5. The final 10 seconds of this hardpoint, and yet again, the Genomates concede 3 to win 4. This has to be good from here on out.
I mean, a flawless P2 into a flawless rotation. They get the trophies in the right spots when they need them. They get the high impact kills with the Hellstorm. Now a singular break, and they might just be able to call game pairs, trying to hold this line.
Oh boy, the Pimp starting to wind up. Estro now going deep. Sim's damage there, I think it's an M15 yet again as he's causing problems. Both lanes now getting dangerous. Esriel's running out of space, running out of time, and now he's run out of hit points. Sim on time. What a break from FaZe.
Beautiful. That is all they're going to need. 30 seconds now away from forcing this to this map 5. 04's playground. Front man can go wherever he wants.
Oh!
They are struggling to shoot back.
04 absolutely decimates the reinforcements of the Gentlemates. The rotation through the middle of the map yet again as he is slipping and sliding through the mud and the snow of Scar. And 04, my God, he's hard to kill. Top left, final hard point. FaZe will be incredibly close to the win.
Dude, they might get this take, honestly.
No way.
It's a little bit weird in the Call of Duty world. No, oh, so close it was. One final second, and Paris have chalked it. Ain't no getting to that time. Domination in the game number 4.
Ridiculous series that goes to 5.
Oh my God.
Fans can take it, a lot of them new to the Call of Duty world. But this is typically how it goes. It's scary stuff. Strong work there out of Sim, that 29 and 20. 04 back with his BS on Scar, 31 and 24. But Draza, the captain, the commander of FaZe. The calls he made in that listening, the Hellstorm, everything there. They willed themselves here to victory. And now a 5th and final map.
And I know FaZe fans have been paying a lot of attention to Sim's stats in this tournament. A great map out of him at 29 and 20. 04, for whatever reason, able to play with an invisibility cloak on Star Hardpoint. He is always good for a few sequences. Quite frankly, on the first P4, 04 sort of pop takeover. That could have been a moment for Paris to run up the score, but a sequence of domination in FaZe, they set themselves apart. You're gonna listen, anytime we hear 04's voice, he's just saying, I'm behind the ball, just give me a second. Twin was on one. And you can see from 119 to 109 in an absolute runaway game. It was a perfect P2. They earned the Hellstorm a perfect P3. And from there, if you're Pairs, there is nothing they can do.
Go back through the listening there. There's so many moments here. 04's, I'm behind them. Draza gives the most concise, perfect calls in a high-stakes, high-paced moment to make sure that 04's route can be as delicate and as effective as possible, maximizing those kills. Good news, folks. We've got a map 5. Bad news, Genomates fans, it's Fringe yet again. But right now it feels like it's anyone's tournament. Anyone's ball game. Here we go, folks, to our final break of this match. On the other side of it, La Défense Arena treated to a Fringe Search and Destroy Game 5.
their inner Napoleon for this final map. The 6-3 loss they had just 2 days ago against this very team. They got to solve that puzzle. Mayhem, you know he's watching the VOD, you know he's identifying everything. They had fantastic responses on the Gridlock S&D. They have paid attention to the gameplay, they have made those adjustments, and it still took wild work out of Sip with a sniper. Masterful plays from Estriel going on the 7 spree and getting the Hellstorm just to win the round 11. It takes a great effort to take this FaZe team down. Paris gentlemen, they have them where they want them. They got them in their sights.
Genoa's fans in the arena singing all day so far. The staff of FaZe still on stage. Coach Crowder alongside Mayhem and Cheek on the other side for the Paris Genoa's. This is the last chance they will have to give some encouragement to their squads before they get into battle one last time. The loser of this map will go home. What a run to this Sunday both of our squads have had.
And part of what the conversation needs to be for this FaZe team, we learned it, we experienced it in the map too. This crowd is the loudest we have ever had. They will do everything they can to will their team to victory. And the 1v1s for the bomb plants, it is a unique situation and a unique problem this team needs to solve. And I don't have an answer. It is a very confusing thing in a 1v1 where you hear the crowd going buck wild. Is it behind me? Is it a bomb plant? Is he around the corner? You're trying to deal with this chaos and confusion. It is a unique experience in the Call of Duty world. All the scrims, all the practice, the thousands of repetitions they have cannot prepare you for a moment like this.
To get to this moment, both of our squads have really gone through hell. FaZe not quite the journey as they had to take down Koi 3-0 from late last night, but the Genomates all the way from round 1. And who sent them here? It was FaZe. It was FaZe. The Genomates took Cloud9 down. They took the Miami Heretics down. They took G2 down. And now one last chance to take down FaZe. We'll find out who they play later on today. Optic Texas and the LA Thieves. That's coming up after this match. Watching and waiting anxiously to find out who they could be playing later on. Exciting stuff here at Major Sport.
And these fans, I mean,
those ones,
you know, an hour before the show started, they were having an absolute ball. You can feel the anxiety now in this room. We got the French broadcast trying to get them going, trying to hype up the crowd to get behind their team.
I'd say mission complete.
But whether you're a French fan or not, make no mistake, competitive Call of Duty fans, we are eating good today. A game 5 between two of the best teams in the world. An absolute battle they had on the map number 2. We're gonna go to war.
Last chance here at Major 4. B-bomb goes boom. The Sib starts things off with a nice nade.
10 seconds in, he already has to put his controller back down.
Jars v Sib. Long range battle. Bomb going towards A though. Watch for light, just making sure that there's no one there trying to nip at their heels. Clears everything. Well played, Joe. Now you know your boys can take the courtyard. You can now set up for the entry. On towards the A-bomb site. Sib from the other side. You've got space to work with here. FaZe trying to take it back.
Sid might fall. Caught him. They caught the freebie. You got a 3 versus 3. Keep in mind though for FaZe, I think they only have 1 NPC for this retake. Dangerous stuff in close quarters.
We're going to pick up anything there. Ghosty. Oh dear. All down to 04. Catches out one player. Now on the hunt. But so close to this bomb site. The 1 NPC that you have. And what a mighty one it is as well. As Ghosty now is being told that the bomb being defused.
I mean,
he may have known.
No, you got a 200 IQ. You got to hop that. You literally have to bait the crowd. 04 knows it's cheese. But that is just the name of the game. This is the exact conversation that needed to happen before this map. It could have been a 1 versus 3. You are not going to get away with type of play, how close he was, but it is simply a no-go.
The chances that he checks it are very high.
Guaranteed.
But you have to kill him.
You 20,000 people, brother. Ghosty, go.
You gotta
he is
go.
on it. But I'm telling you, you could play off the crowd. The crowd is not smarter than 04.
Keep an eye on 04. That smoke. You can't outsmart a frag grenade. Extra.
Fucking Freed is all fucked up.
04 on the checks here. Extra. Airborne for a moment longer there. Does give away his positioning against the phase now. 04. He is the man of the moment. So desperately trying to make that play.
Joe Deceives could get isolated. It's Joe Deceives versus 3, and you see his spidey senses tingling. He backs down. Now he's got. It is 2 players working together. The shooter's over top, and they deliver. Cut him down 1 by 1. And Simp the Pimp is gone. Bears Gentlemates back-to-back rounds.
Crowd didn't help with that one. A war on 2 fronts. A lot had to go right there. You were spinning. You lose the gunfight from 04 on the other side of the map, and then you are overwhelmed here in the courtyard by A. Joe, what a call to back away. What a call to wait for Sim. I mean, that was a 2v3. With time and hit points to spare. Go.
Chaos in the venue.
Round 3.
It'll be Paris Gentlemate on the attack. And a 3-man stack for FaZe on A site. So Boozer, the lone defender, over towards B, looking to collect a little bit of intel. And you have Estriel. He's pushed up very far on this map. He might have an opportunity for a late play. He is in a fantastic position.
You can catch players running from B-bomb going towards A.
What the
Well, 04.
Yeah, can't call this out. This ain't gonna help nothing.
We've not seen that one before. Here we go, Sim.
Hey, that's the get back. Yo, crowd deserved that one.
Yeah, we let that one slide. But that one now goes on the list. 40 seconds to play. Down a man, gentlemen.
04 swings from the chandeliers.
Fantastic work on the damage there to keep Estriel out of the play, but he's remained here while the B-bomb gets planted. So early investment. Misses the second jump.
I believe FaZe have already invested their nades, so they're not going to have the retake. Got to do it with Gunny. Estriel back down, tagged up, sliding around in a corner and gunned down. 4v2 in favor of FaZe.
Yes, choke slam. Ghosty pressured massively. He somehow gets himself out of that. It would have been a miracle. FaZe get themselves on the board. The Gentlemates let
made the acknowledgement.
Know.
He is smarter than this crowd. Absolutely, no doubt about it.
You are not wrong, my brother.
How did he even get up there, man?
I do believe it's 04 now. That's a freebie. It's a freebie. I haven't seen that one on the Reddit before.
That's brand new to me. That blew my mind.
I've not seen that one before. I know our friends are watching. If they knew about that one as well. Well, they know all. Here we go, nades over the top of the rail yard. And it's going to be a big old square up. Estriel's going to see that smoke, but is he going to see 04? This happened in the last round, but 04, there you go. Estriel's first blood certainly helps out. Simp here, looking for the trade. Doesn't happen yet. Wait, awkward. The Pimp, an awkward gunfight. Trying to reconcile the early move. Just about survives it. Simp now so hurt in the 2v2. Not going to walk away from that. And again, Ghosty, has he identified the bomb on the floor?
I'm used to 99 Simp awareness. Something has been going on. Abuza left for the clutch.
Saw one. Pulled out on the cross. Not a hope in hell. 3-1, Gentlemates.
Something's in the water, something's in the air. That is a 5-1 start out of Dan Ghosty. And 3 first bloods. We saw Estriel in the exact same corner that previous defensive round. 04 smokes it out, doesn't even check it.
Kentucky round now from the Gentlemates. Connection there from the concussion grenades early thrown here. B-bomb site, but we've not made a tremendous amount of success making our way through tracks. It has been through small room for both of our teams here. A-bomb still watchful under the eye of Simp.
Stun grenade does not connect.
Still
looking to choose that open lane.
Still feeling it out. Which one is it? Still feeling. And as deep as you could possibly be. Still with the bomb here for FaZe Vegas. For the Gentlemates. So much time has passed here. You have to commit somewhere, but the 2-2 for FaZe still stalwart in the defense.
This is on Ezreal. Ezreal's the one trying to take that space. He has found himself a corner on the bomb site, and that's the mistake being made. First blood for Ezreal.
He gets away with it. Gets away with his life. There's the check. 24 seconds to go. He's just trying to bring those players in. Come on, boys. Get over here. We're going to do this. It's a 3v3 with Draza finding another one of Ghosty. Ezreal with intel, at least one man. Now the courtyard's starting to get slammed. The B-bomb site covered in FaZe players. And Sib, where were you when we needed you the most? The final few seconds of the round. FaZe, that is all them.
Abuza might have overcommitted. Maybe he gets caught for that first blood, but time was just a factor. Abuza's thinking, there's 30 seconds left on the game clock. I haven't seen a soul. There's simply no way. His teammate's able to take care of business. 6-3 for Sim. And interesting that it is only a single round difference. 4 out of 5 first bloods in this game have gone for pairs. They have found those opening picks. A little bit of struggle finding those conversions.
It's one of those rounds where you're probably thinking too much. A little bit too trepidatious. No one willing to commit to anything. You think FaZe are going to make the play. Someone's going to do something. And right now the Gentlemates overwhelming right through the A-bomb site. Ghosty will be totally alone. Abuza, watchful eye. The stun connects onto at least 2 players. Now you know you've got space to work with by B. Another fast wrap. Draza watching the middle of the street. He'll see anyone who makes their way through there, but it does look like we're going wide here for the Gentlemates.
6v3. Catches him close range with the MPC.
0-4 in a corner. We've seen this one checked every single round so far, though. Ghosty from upstairs. 4v2. 0-4 to the smoke, but it is nothing for Joe Deceives. And now Abuza in a 1v3. The chance, though, still alive with a bomb to be defused. Catches it! Abuza! Le Phantxm! From the ether, he emerges. It was a knife fight in the smoke, and Ghosty finds round number 4 for the Gentlemates.
Near wicked work, but that is the safety net. Able to get through. What a clutch out of Ghosty, because Abuza, that would have been one of the best of all time. Just swing away Johnny, but whiffs it. In FaZe, uncharacteristic mistakes that they are making here in this S&D. They find themselves down 4-2.
Opening days have not been as decisive since the first round. Nothing's been that dangerous. Sib, if you could smell in Black Ops 7, you'd know he's close. Abuza, so close, yet so far. Don't miss, don't lose. Here comes 0-4.
They're clapping, but they lost the previous offensive round due to the game clock, and they currently have no space on the map. They are squaring up for a B hit, or maybe not. They are wrapping it, but FaZe 2-2 split on the defensive end. They do in
What are you
fact
doing?
have everything covered.
Here we go, Draz. He's on watch, spots one. Don't think he was seen. Timing, not great. Simp there on the bomb site. No nades left to throw. It has to be a gunfight win, and it is not. Go and Simp, A-bomb site, that's yours, boys. Get in there. Simp from the alleyway as he scuttles his way forward. Ezreal doesn't get it. 3v2 with a bomb planted. Oh, the pimp finds 2. And now Abuza finds himself in the clutch yet again.
Sib has him. No, they got him tracked. They have tracked him all the way. They know he's trapped inside.
An incredible attempt to take the life of Joe Deceives now. 25 seconds, he doesn't have a whole lot to play with. And here we go. Sib to sight.
One more.
Sight to kill. And now their eyes
One more.
firmly on the victory. a monumental upset this would be in the Call of Duty League.
Bears Gentlemen's have 6 out of 7 first bloods on this map. Back-to-back rounds, isolated in catching Draza. Just a little bit off guard. FaZe are a small step behind.
5-2. 5-2 in game 5. FaZe, we have to see quite literally some of the finest COD that the human brain can conceive. 3 players now on the way towards A here for FaZe. They've managed to cross the threshold. They are in the courtyard, and they're now in serious trouble. Joe,
he's on some shit, bro.
But the smoke, we give it up. No one taking the bait.
It's just a free catch. Draza unable to shoot back. Back-to-back rounds, and they say, hey, you want that A-bomb site? You want to plant it there? Fine, go for it. We will take this retake.
They have the numbers, they have the NPCs to get in there. FaZe planting here. No trophies as of yet. Haven't got an entire stock take across the board. How much can be thrown in there, but here we go. Sib allows Estriel to make entry. Estriel versus Sim. Pushes him out. Sim trying to stay here. And 04 has been torn asunder. Abuza there at long range. The dark of the alleyway. It is full of Gentlemates players.
Damn.
And we can say with certainty that the Gentlemates have upset FaZe here at the major. Scriptwriters cooked up some good shit this time. What a series. What a result for the Gentlemates. That is a shocking upset. We can definitely add flamethrower cheese to the list. We can add 20,000 screaming French fans to the list. We can add La Défense Arena to the list. What a match! We say goodbye to FaZe here at Major 4. The Gentlemates advance to the lower bracket final.
Jubilation for the French fandom in a performance in the Game 5 where as hot as this venue is, a historic heat wave, and yet Estriel and Joe Deceives ice cold. 3 first bloods for the pair of them, and wonderful patience for that retake in the final round. This is a team, only a few weeks of practice together, their chemistry developing over time. Wonderful work out of the entire team. A 6-2 victory. That is a masterclass of a French.
Well, the Gentlemates starting to really figure out, trying to put it all together. A Major 1 victory showed you that they had more than enough resolve to get the job done. And now they are finding their form. The FaZe down, mates advance. And without a shadow of a doubt, the fans are starting to believe. The players are certainly starting to believe. It is an unbelievable tournament here, ladies and gentlemen. Okie dokie. Right, well, we'll compose ourselves and we'll get ready. I do believe Sib's on stage getting ready for the interview. We'll see what Nonchalante has got to say to a crowd of this magnitude.
That's a rare interview.
He will break.
This is the second one Sib has ever done. Maybe the first. I don't know. I think the second.
Let's hear what Sib's got to say to this incredible crowd. Take it away.
On est chez nous, effectivement, la journée ne fait que commencer pour Gentlemates. Mesdames et messieurs, la Défense Arena en tonnerre d'applaudissements pour Sib. What a series. Before getting into any specifics, What are your first reactions to that victory?
I got no words.
You got no words and you gotta save them for the rest of the day. This day is gonna be long for you guys and it just started. Talk me through the series, especially after that first map that you lost. That map that was the only one that you won last time you faced off against FaZe. How was your mindset after that one and how did you come back to take that victory in the end?
With this crowd, doesn't matter if we're down 0-1, down 0-2, I still believe we can win. So no matter what, I believe.
Même s'ils perdent la première map, cette première map qu'ils avaient gagnée contre FaZe la dernière fois, ça n'a pas d'importance. Encore une fois, grâce à vous et grâce à l'énergie que vous avez donnée à Mates pendant tout leur match ici. Steve, I gotta ask you, did you see that cringe chandelier play from 04?
What's up?
Did you see that cringe chandelier play from 04? Because the crowd was booing him. The crowd was booing him. He was hanging from the chandelier. You guys didn't see it.
Yeah, I was like, where is he? And Joe DeCeves was like, how'd you die? I was like, he was up there. I didn't even see him.
Not enough to take you guys down in the end, and the day just started. 2 series stand between you and that amazing trophy behind us. You got the first major. It took you guys some time to get back to that form. Tell me what it's gonna take for you guys to hoist that trophy at the end of the day. How strong do you feel right now compared to that first major you won in Dallas?
I feel the exact same way that I'm gonna win it. I need all you fans to give us energy, and we got this, come on.
Un adversaire qui tombe, il en restera 2 pour eux. Continuer avec cette énergie, c'est tous dont ils ont besoin. Une fois de plus pour Sib et pour xPhantxmx. Thank you so much for that interview. We'll see them later on stage, but for now, we're gonna leave you guys with the scuff play of the game. See you soon.
Let's take a look at this bad boy. It is round 11, game 2. You're down the hard point. You need to reverse the momentum. Well, Sib gives you 2 with the sniper to open it up. Walk me through what we witnessed here, Nameless.
Yeah, well, the Hellstorm gets called in, which backs them all up. And then in this situation, 04 gets sniped for the first blood. They get the retake, they find 3 kills. And then this is where it gets to the weird 1v1s where Search is playing totally different. Both
so
players
close.
tweak. Yeah, it's so close. Right there during that fast forward, he runs past him, Joey just peeks too late.
Yeah, I mean, Draza would have had it. Yeah, he just peeked the wrong door at the wrong time, and sometimes that's just Call of Duty timing. But I swear, Gentlemates, I don't know how many miracles they have had throughout the year, but add that one to the list.
I mean, they're 6-1 in S&D in this tournament, and it's playing way different. I'm telling you, Search is wild here.
Yeah, ridiculous comeback in that search and destroy, but Ali, that game 5 was all Gentlemates. You see a 6-2, and it may have been the 5th man. A little French fromage, if you will. Walk me through what you witnessed here in the search and destroy, because you were quite impressed with what you saw.
Well, because I think I said it earlier this weekend, that Game 5 Fringe, that is the most important map. Yeah, that was insane. But it's so important for Paris Gentlemates to have Fringe their map pool now, because that's something they were 1-5 coming into this weekend with. It was not a part of their S&D wheelhouse, and now they come into this. They lost that first one versus FaZe, but since then, they beat Miami on it. They beat Minnesota on it, and now they got to go up against FaZe Vegas, not only playing them, but having LAN experience, LAN practice on this map. So now that this is in their wheelhouse, teams have been perma-banding Hacienda versus the Paris Gentlemates. That is their best search and destroy. They haven't been allowed to have it in any of these series, which has put them in all these Game 5 situations. But now that Fringe is one of those dominant maps for them this weekend, that's giving Paris Gentlemates a lot more breathing room when it comes to search and destroy in a lot of these series. And in that best of 7, should they get there, it's going to be everything.
Yeah, I'll say I think teams, you know, after watching this, have to completely adjust the way they play Search versus the Gentlemates. You have to play so fast before the crowd can react. Now, I will say, credit to Gentlemates. I mean, I think they outblooded them 7-1 in this map. The crowd is going to affect those first bloods, right? So they definitely played great. But in the mid-round, it's hard to gather yourself, Joe. We're looking at each other like, yo, FaZe seem disconnected, and it's hard to play in front of a crowd like this.
Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere for both teams, I think you're just going to see some shaky Todd. I think you're going to see some shots that look off. They've never experienced anything like this. It's hard to compare it to anything else. So there's going to be mistakes on both sides. That adrenaline is pumping. But yeah, I think FaZe, they just look disconnected in that game number 5. But I'll give them props because, bro, it's going to be so hard to beat this team in front of this crowd. They were already able to do it. The reason I went with Paris in this matchup is I just don't think anyone's going to be able to do it twice.
The crowd impact in Search and Destroy is undeniable. I don't think their soundproof booth's strong enough to
it's gonna happen. You can feel it.
20,000-person audience from getting into the heads of the players. Gentlemates are into your top 3, but Ali, when we come back, we've got the Thieves versus Optic in a winner's bracket final.
Oh, we're going to be in for a really long day, Chris. We thought that game 5 was long. I'm sure we're going to go all the way in the distance for us in that series as well.
FaZe locked into 3rd place, I believe, at least a 3rd seed going into champs as well. We find out, can LA Thieves steal a 2nd trophy? This next fight's for a spot in the championship after this.
Go pick up the 2026 Call of Duty League Championship Tracer Pack. You can support all 12 Call of Duty League teams. Black Ops 7 returns to the Esports World Cup this summer. Scan the QR code to get your tickets now.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Brought to you by America's Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
We've all had our noses rubbed in some heavy shit from our past. Guess it's Takeo's turn in the barrel.
Relations in my family were complicated. We all have our secrets. Yours may prove as dark as anyone's, my samurai friend. Be prepared to face dangers you have never seen. Fuck 'em up, ghost buddies!
Just what this place needs.
Now this is solid Soviet engineering! It seems my past has found me. Stay your silver tongue. This is what making peace feels like. I would rather make war.
Cubby, I'm Sean. Stay up, bro. Man. Nice, man. Stay down. Just lay it. Live. I can help. I can hold the front. I can hold the front. You're good. Stay down. Stay down now. Already front. Let's get in time. Bust up that. Absolute front. London. Nice. Boys, holy that P5 was so me neither. That P5 was no.
You're better, bro. You're so much better. You're good. Oh my god. You're good, bro. You're good. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Zach, you weren't meant to win that.
Nice. Go, baby. Good job, man. I couldn't stretch it. Let's go. Good job. You needed it.
Flip for Falcons. Mason again on a 5, 31-20.
21.
Good Lord.
Gonna have to break this one down. Make it 6 in a row. He's doing Hercules. We're flying, folks. And we're 10 seconds away from a map 1 green wall victory. The kills are flying. The boys are firing. Shotzi top main. Can he fire? He can. Exclamation point. As Optic will take map number 1 here in Dallas. Come on. Come on. That's good fun. That's outrageous fun. What a way to start the major for the boys.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
You're better. You're
told us what we were.
Is this the end of the newly formed LA Thieves?
Has been dropped.
Knocked down, never got back up.
A mismatched super team. Then we picked it up.
Thieves take the chip.
3 tournament wins in a row.
Neum was ready. Abizi was relentless. Hydra was inevitable. Scrap was unfazed. Verdict's in. LA Thieves never left.
Welcome back to the CDL. It is time for your winners bracket finals as we send our first team to the Major 4 championship match. This should be a good one, a classic in the making. LA Thieves taking on Optic Texas. And Optic, they've been the #1 seed since the start of the season. LA Thieves, they've had their bumps outside of the top 6 to start the year. Now they are in a championship Sunday after raising a trophy. Welcome, Study, to the desk. Study, I want to start with you. How big is this matchup for the Thieves? They are on a 15-match streak.
I think just being in a 15-match streak, it doesn't get any easier for them. You continue to grow that for that. They're going to have potential to go against Optic so many times throughout this spree, and obviously it's not going to be another grand final, but you know that you have the edge versus the Green Wall, not 1, but 2 modes.
Let's start here with that LA Thieves lineup. Nameless, talk to me a little bit about the team that Nate Shaw has invested heavily in.
Yeah, and for good reason. This team is ridiculous. They set the record for wins in a row in the CDL. Previously, it was held by that FaZe squad that many consider a dynasty. So this is historic stuff that they're doing. They have Scrap on their team, who is the front runner for the MVP on the season. He's been a first-team All-Star for 4 years straight. And this team in Search and Destroy has been dominant. That's been the game mode they've put majority of their focus on the last 2 splits, because they know in the final tournaments, that is what is going to get them over the hump. And largely in part due to Scrap's First Blood. #1 in the league in First Bloods the last 3 months.
And then on top of that, their map pool is just the deepest that we have in the league. They're really happy to play you on literally anything. And when we do get to maps and modes, you'll even see that because they're actually playing one of their weakest quote-unquote search and destroys. And even then, you're looking at like a 2-map differential. So LA Thieves in a great spot in their bag considering that. And then also, everybody's been performing this weekend. There's nobody that's come out with a slow start. LA Thieves just looking to continue that run, to be honest. And they're feeling great about it because they have a 4-1 head-to-head lead versus Optic Texas. They fell to them one time way back in qualifier 2, and that was actually online. So for LA Thieves, they have dominated this LAN matchup.
If you are a Challengers player, this is one of your favorite squads. Why? Well, Neum is in the running for Rookie of the Year. He had to come up from Challengers, and Hydra, he was kind of the pure testament from France that you can start in Challengers, get noticed by a global team, and get scooped up to be one of the best in the world. We've got to take a look, though, at the superstars in this fight. They both go by H's, I believe. It's Hydra and Hook. This is an SMG showdown. If you're looking at the digits, who do you think has had a better weekend?
Oh, well, I would say Kyler, just because of the matchups that they've had. You go up against the likes of Boston, you go up against the likes of G2, and just his respawn KD, you're barely losing maps. We know what Optic are going to do on Friday, on Saturday, but Championship Sunday is where it's truly going to come down to the wire. And even with Hook putting up numbers like this, it's going to be a lot on his shoulders, man, because every time I've ever gone to a listening with this squad, if he's not slaying, his communication is not going to be in that point. So Hydra, just with his raw talent, should outclass.
The only difference is Hydra in Search and Destroy has hit that point where he's just soaring. I mean, he had 12 and 9, you know, in that FaZe series where they won both those S&Ds. He just has a knack, man. His instincts in that game mode, he knows where you're going to be at, and he can just find you and keep your team down. So they got to figure out a way to stop Hydra and Search.
Rosalie, let's take a look here at our Optic Texas lineup. They have been in 3 of 3 grand finals here at Majors this year. They've been at the top of the leaderboard. What has made them so consistent?
It's been their respawn. I mean, it's just been unbelievable, as you can see. I mean, Land Demons since Champs 2025, Control Dash Overload 21-2 combined. That's insane. They're 3-0 in the map 5s. They are ridiculous when it comes to series like this, but this is probably their worst matchup at the worst time because they have not looked that stronger in the online qualifier, but they still made it to a Sunday, and that's going to be the important stuff. So we're in for a banger here on LAN, and I'm specifically looking at Chadzi. I feel like we're waiting for him to kind of have a series. I feel like it's been Hook all weekend long, as we saw, and Search and Destroy is not looking like their most confident mode right now, so definitely pay attention to 1 through 3s and 4s.
One of the big things I noticed on that list was they have won 20 straight land games in best of 5s, right? So let's talk about that because they've only gone to 3 game 5s where they've won all 3. This is Respawn dominance, or how do you accomplish this, Nameless?
I mean, this team, well, one, they were ahead to start the year, but they were extremely well-rounded. One of the most well-rounded teams that, we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And for these guys, that's where they're trying to get back to because Thieves have consistently been beating them in Search and Destroy and in Overload. 3-6 against them in S&D, 2-5 in Overload. And in specific, the player who was godlike in those modes all year long has been Mercules, a 0.8 in this matchup in Overload. Now, I want to add a little bit of context quickly to the maps here. Maps 1 in 3, they have played 3 times in their last 3 series. Thieves are 2-1 on Den and 2-1 on Scar. All 3 of those Scar overloads have came down to a 1-score game, and all of the Den hardpoints have been within 50. So those are the swing maps in this. If Optic can take those, they have a huge advantage in this one.
And remember what I said about that Search and Destroy map, that LA Thieves is their worst one. That's going to be that map 2 raid. I'm wondering why they picked that when we still had Gridlock and Sake on the board. They are undefeated on Gridlock, so pay attention to LA Thieves and see what they're cooking up for that map number 2.
Time to find out what our teams have prepared. It's the winners bracket finals. You don't hold anything back at this point in the tournament. Study, you never hold back when it comes to the predictions.
No.
Give me the map count.
I think I'm going to go in a game 5. Optic are able to actually take some Search and Destroys. I'm going to go
fourth game 5. Okay.
Dang, because I feel like if it goes game 5 in the Den, LA win, but it ain't going there. I got Optic in 4. I think they take this one.
Oh, sorry, Green Wall. I'm going to LA Thieves. I think they're unbelievable right now. I think they make that grand final.
The French buff is too strong at Search and Destroy. It's Thieves for me. Let's go to your winners bracket finals.
Game after game, battle after battle, here we are on this Sunday championship. We are live from Paris, France, Major 4 tournament. Let's not wait any longer. Bring on the Thieves! ladies and gentlemen, Scrap, you, a PC, and the French Phenom, Hydra! They are the LA Thieves! And the world, you know exactly what time it is. It's time to play the game!
Bro, Hydra might drop 120 kills this series. This place is nuts. Hydra. He has got to be fired up in front of this home crowd. Optic, once again, going to be maybe in unfamiliar territory with regards to the crowd. They're going to be behind Thieves and Hydra. The stage is set for an awesome matchup.
Yeah, but we just saw undefeated in best of fives on the year is Optic Texas, so familiar territory for them, right? Right up until that grand finals, but on a 15-match win streak is this LA Thieves team. Woo. And we saw it. They are just so darn good in every mode, but I think the thing that stands out is how clutch that they have been in the map number 5s. Undefeated there, and we just saw it yesterday. Even when they are down 5-3, you cannot count out their search and destroy.
No, the search and destroy turnaround has been, well, the turnaround for this team. Yes, it's been a lot of factors. The NPC meta, new maps in the rotation, but this team has been beast mode with Neum in the lineup. Just superstars abound. They can do anything. They have a wide map pool. They can hit you from anywhere. Despite what you said about Optic, are Thieves a favor going into this?
Who do I think is a favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to go LA Thieves just off the last couple of matchups.
The major, the minor.
The major grand final, the minor. Yeah, I think you have to lean them, but it has been very close in those, right? We go all the way to the map 7 at the last major. So I think Optic, they have what it takes, but I think LA Thieves, just on their recent run, they are the favorites.
We heard the crowd in the last series when it comes to search and destroy. With Hydra on the Thieves team, well, you saw how it may have hurt FaZe versus Thieves yesterday. If you're Optic, what do you do? Is there any way you can combat that? Can you use the crowd in your favor somehow?
No, I mean, everybody, you just have to adjust. Okay. That's just what it is. You know it's going to be part of it. You have to adjust, and sometimes it's on the Optic boys side, so they're just going to be on the other side of it.
Sure. Map 1. Getting ready to roll. Den, going to be where we start off. Talk to me about Den.
Well, it's been like the go-to for LA Thieves. And really in this matchup between these two teams, the last 3 times we have seen it, it's LA Thieves who are up 2-1 on this map, but every single map has been within 20 or 30 points, someone they always battle on.
Winners bracket final. Winner gets into a grand final in front of the biggest crowd we have ever seen at a Call of Duty event. It's a hot ripoff here for Optic Texas. And if one guy has more value to his team maybe than any other player in the league, it is Shotzzy for Optic Texas. When he is finding success, when his timings are on point, they're a different animal entirely.
No, they are. And well, you had a great start, and then right off of the respawn, LA Thieves get 3 in a row, and somehow Scrap was able to take down 2, but now he's back on the respawn, but you resettle. If you are LA Thieves, you still have the close spawns with Scrap. And well, now you're starting to find the kills in the middle of the map. And well, that is Hydra, Abizi, Neum lighting up the feed 10 seconds before this P2 is about to pop. Shotzzy's trying to do what he can, trying to keep this map messy and move up towards this P2.
Scrap here in position with his teammate to hold the early onslaught at P2. You've got so far pushed up roof side. I think it's a BZ that's all the way out to almost towards P4. He's backing up now to work with his team, but you have got some space here. You deal with it on one side with a BZ, you deal with it on the other side in Hydra, and this is textbook everything you want. And well, BZ getting so far forward allows plays like this. He's still going to spawn in safe and be able to reinforce here quickly.
Yeah, and sometimes when you have that much space, we've seen it over the weekend, there are some mistakes, but you win a couple of gunfights, and then a BZ can get right back into it with that close spawn. Hydra, though, he's trying to finesse, and well, now he's on 2 in a row, up to 7 on the map so far. A great P2 out of LA Thieves. Mercury's been the last guy here to contest for a bit. The rest of his teammates are going to go through couch side, and well, Shotzzy is there now. So Optic continue to pressure this hill.
I think one thing we'll be highlighting on the second set is, we picked the last tournament. One of the shining moments for Optic was their P1s on this map into a P2 can be terrific. Obviously, it doesn't play out well for them in this first set, but let's see how they do the second time around. Still very much in this game, just down 30 as Mercules trying to get going as he's had the MBC out more and more. Shotzi, great tags in, able to reach out and take it and finish off a weak player in a BZ. Dealing with the pressure thus far. But numbers still here for Texas, dealing with Hydra inside. Shotzi light it up, 10 and 7, 4 straight for him.
I was gonna say, a couple of multi-kills that he's had, they just haven't been able to really work the map, collect some time. Finally, after that at this P3, they are in the hill, and now he is not slowing down, up to 5 in a row before he is traded. But now his teammates are there. Well, they are very close to taking this lead, and now they're already thinking about the next deal. They want to flip these spawns.
And for Optic sometimes, man, it's just like keep the game close. They've been the closers, man. Dashy's been the closer. Stay in the game. You don't need to lead all game, which they sometimes do, but as long as they are in it, they feel like they can close late. Big one-on-one on the other side. Well, 1-on-2. His shots, he got 2 before he dropped, but back lobby, it will be scrapped, so spawns there. 4 Thieves. Optic spawning out, now trying to bring pressure over. Good chance for Thieves now to push open the lead again.
And that's like the second time where Shotzi has a 2-piece. He's winning his one-on-ones, but then I think Scrap, he wins his one-on-one and cleans him up
and that's the
to
spawns.
secure the spawns.
Yeah,
so that is the difference so far at this P2 and P4. You have been so close to flipping the map if you are Optic Texas. But it's Scrap and the rest of Thieves who are locking this down.
Yeah, listen, we're going to talk about Hydra, Scrap, Abizi a lot. They are some of the best slayers in the game. But who was the guy, like, you think back to the last grand final, turned up on a Sunday. It was Niam who just hit levels. And speaking of Niam, he is on 4 straight currently, maybe working his way towards a cruise. Hydra 14 and 8. I said he's going to drop 100 plus probably in this series if it goes the distance. And well, he is working it nearly with the wall bounce, able to pick up another. Niam streak, going to keep going for now. Little reach out, got him weak, takes that as well. 6 straight for Niam. Hellstorm in the back pocket, back up to 40 with a polished hold.
And now towards this P1, I mean, you already see Hydra's picking up the long route on Hook, and well, he's gonna find that kill. So you have the left side of the map if you are LA Thieves, and now with that Hellstorm, is this where you want to use it? We kind of talked about how good of a team Optic can be at this P1. You just want to disrupt that momentum right away. We shall see. Maybe with Scrap finding shots that they don't. And well, Hydra goes on the long route. He's just not losing one-on-ones. Give him a double. Did he find the triple? No, but his duo and Scrap can.
Well, everything I said about Optic Texas and how good the P1s and the P2s have been for them on this map, well, Hydra single-handedly is going to bust that wide open. The guy's just eating bullets, not dropping it. It's Scrap that's going to finally take him out of all people. Remember, Niam still has that streak. We'll see when it comes into play. But every time, I mean, Optic Texas keep bringing it close. Then it's a big play from Thieves to get it back out to like a 40, 50-point lead.
And again, it's just the second half of these hills. You are getting what you want if you are LA Thieves. So now you're trying to stay alive. You're just trying to put pressure on the map if you are Optic to flip the spawns. But P2, P4 controlled by LA Thieves on the first rotation. So far, LA Thieves are in the spots they want to be.
It feels like Optic get a break here. You get 40, 50 points like you did the first time through. Thieves are in such a good position to maybe close out this map, maybe near a 100-point advantage. So pressure to Optic to find a break. Abizi is on 4 straight, trying to stay up, but Hook able to finish him off. Niam there on the other side for the trade. So far, the efficiency on trades and team gunfights has been there for LA Thieves. They have been a step ahead. And I mean, Optic really haven't been able to sniff this P2. I think there was a little contested time the first time through, but this has been a clinic.
And well, sometimes, yes, fundamental to be a part of it, but when it comes to Call of Duty, you just have to win some gunfights. And right now, the only guy who's winning those is Shotzi. Hook's now gonna get involved, maybe put a little pressure on the final 15, but you can already see his teammates are gone. They're rotating for this P3, and we talked about the Hellstorm. You still have that if you are Niam, and here we go. Gonna use it right away with this 100-point lead.
What could he connect with? Well, Dashy, his miserable game continued. 8 and 18, he's been such a staple for them lately in respawns. If he's series, man, things are going to be very hard. Granted, this is a very tough matchup for him, especially when you're behind on rotations in a lot of these scenarios.
Yeah, big moment here, though. Use that streak, and really you get nothing of it. You hold this if you are Optic, and you're back into it. But as we said, they need a hold, because LA Thieves have been breaking.
They're going to need a couple holds.
A couple in a row.
Let's start with one, though. Let's start with one. Yeah, you're right. But Niam, he's on a streak again. He used the Hellstorm. Hell, he's like, I might dial up
another.
He might have
another one. Yeah, he does.
He does. Niam. Bro, this guy, rookie turning up on Sunday's beast mode out of Neum. Hydra right there with him at 24 in 15. Thieves close to eclipsing that 2-century mark. Continue to hold on to this significant lead. Scrap just kills everybody as he now gets to 20. Hydra the man forward, not able to connect on the movement there from Dashy, but once again the trade's efficient enough from Thieves. Optic in a better position for this P4. This has got to be flawless.
And you still have that streak if you want to, if you are Neum. But let's not forget Neum, whose spots did he take Ken? So maybe this is just an ode to Ken. I mean, that was a guy who loved playing Optic. And maybe you're getting that from him right now. I took your spot, but I still got you.
Yeah, I needed another Optic killer. All right, Neum's like, I got you, boys. But at the feed right now, all Optic Texas so far, perfect here at the P4 to get the rest of this time. You're in the game. For maybe Dashy, who has struggled to be that closer, he has been in hardpoint for them. I don't care what his game is right now. If it gets late, I believe in him. But Hydra is the sauce right now.
He is everywhere.
Movement, Gunny, Hydra everywhere.
And I mean, he was just playing that so patiently, right? He was lurking, waiting for his teammates. Then he finds that first kill as someone runs right into his crosshair. Now on 3 in a row, continues to use that movement, finesse. And this is where you can use that streak into the P1. That's where they fight for this scrap time if you are LA Thieves.
That was a big 2025 there for Thieves to get closer to closing out this map. A wild gunfight between Shotzzy and Hydra. Shotzzy will have the help, and now Optic really need a big P1, but Neum wants no part of it. Optic in the time for now due to Mercules and Dashy. The AR's lighting it up. Hydra, beautiful little pop-up and reach out. He made the play last time in the second P1.
Hello.
Well, yeah, I forgot he got another one. Second streak here from Neum, and now the hard work from Optic Texas might be obliterated from the sky, but they do get 2 kills. Who can Dashy? Keeping them in it for now. Surviving the streak, great job, but they don't have spawns for P2.
Yeah, and again, you're just not allowing really Optic to get comfortable, right? So you're coming off, now there's 20 seconds left, and well, Optic Texas, they're already thinking, all right, we have to flip this map while we collect this time. So they don't allow Optic really to layer the map. As soon as they come off a spawn, do that Hellstorm, you have a chance. But here we go, Optic did what they want. They survived the Hellstorm, they flipped the map. We are not done yet.
Now this is the P1 to P2 Optic team I was talking about early. They can just be sensational. They are making the run, they're making the rally. It comes down to this P2 hold. One break from Thieves could be the difference. Hydra putting Shotzzy on ice skates.
This guy, he's just going to play at this level with this crowd behind him. He really is. He is so fired up, and he's going to do it himself. How does he do that?
Hail Hydra as he is taking over. Scrap with the reinforcement, and there's the break that could be the dagger. Trying to break the back of Optic Texas and close it out at the P2. They've had no answer for Neum. No answer for Hydra, who is on 33. 10 to go for the W. Neum winning a gunfight he has no business winning. The pressure, though, here from Optic Texas. The back line and Hydra and Abizi, though, up to holding as Hydra is still here and strong. One last player to try and disrupt, and of course it's Hydra. Calls game.
And well, a little reminder to the Optic fans, right back to Miner 2. It was Star Hardpoint. And we were like, uh-oh, Hydra is back, because in that map number 1, he put on a montage. And let me tell you, in this map number 1, he just put on a montage.
Hydra was good. Demonic in front of the home crowd. I mean, if you're a fan, you've probably seen the clips, how excited he has been to get back here and play. He has been a sensation stateside, but now Super Saiyan Mo getting leveled up in front of the home crowd, and what a map out of him. Well, I thought if it goes this, he's dropping 100, 120 kills, and well, good start there with 34. Only one to eclipse 4,000 damage as well, 27 of those non-traded. Listen, you got a really good team effort just looking across the board there, but Hydra, the different beast.
Well, he just won you the game, right? Because, yeah, the momentum was on the Optic side. You flipped the map at that start of that P2. You had everything that you wanted, but
he just... the second set?
Yeah, he just closes the game. I mean, he just destroyed
Who did he turn
players.
Off? Yeah, whoever he turned on at the desk, like...
I don't know.
Yeah, someone got sledgehammered.
The guy was playing at a different speed than everybody else. It looked like he had a perk equipped that no one else really had.
No, I think, listen, he it's not like he's been bad this year, but it took him maybe a little bit longer to get to 100%. He's talked about in the past, like, I'm at 80, I'm at 90, you know, I'm getting close. He's moving. His POV is one of the most fun to watch in the game. Just truly remarkable in that P1. Okay, so it's Hook.
Yeah, it was Hook there. Then he slides out. But yeah, you can just tell everything coming together in his POV. A movement on point, shots on point. You got a solid game out of Shotzi, but really it's just the LA Thieves. This is kind of what they talked about. They feel like they can get outslayed by 10 to 20. And they're going to be in the game with how good their hard point is. And they're just winning gunfights at the right time.
Well, I mean, you heard what Hydra said, though. That's what's going to beat him. Like he said in the interview, you're going to have to get 1,000 kills against us, so you're going to beat us in a respawn. That's what FaZe managed to do in the maps 3 and 4. I don't think they feel like a team is, if they're outslaying, they think they're winning. That's the vibe I kind of got from it. You're going to have to keep up in that department if you're going to fry with this talented of a squad. And early on for Optic, yeah, I mean, you nailed it. There were some nice plays from Shotzi, some big multi-kills. It just didn't turn into a lot of time or a lot of spawn control.
It was just him. Yeah. And you know, sometimes if you're an AR on that map and you don't have the spawns, you can't get to your spots, you're in hell. Right? It should be very difficult, and they lost just too many P2 and P4 rotations.
But listen, this is, you know, the home crowd here for Thieves and Hydra specifically. LA, you know, coming in with the higher seed to this. We're Team A as well, so that was their map pick coming into this. So if you're an Optic fan, don't panic. That's the Thieves map pick. We now get to Optic Search and Destroy pick on Raid. Thoughts for Search going forward?
Well, really, we haven't seen this map play all tournament, right? It's one of those maps that's
we had a stretch we saw a ton.
Yeah, it's kind of gone away, though, recently, the last couple of weeks. Where we did see a good amount of it was at the last major, and they were solid there. But the one maybe that stands out is like that Koi versus Optic, like map 2 winners final. And Koi were able to figure it out versus Optic. So maybe LA Thieves should go back, watch some of that VOD, see what worked out there for you, and maybe you can get a couple of counters.
What do you think the single biggest thing maybe is for a team to be good, like a Raid Search and Destroy? Like, that's something you competed on back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of retakes. I think based on like sort of movement and what we know now throughout this title, it is all about being together. If someone is disconnected, a step ahead, you take one too many gunfights, you give up a first blood, the round could be over quickly. It is all about numbers. Rarely do we see clutches on this map.
Okay. We'll see if anyone can pull out one of those rare clutches. As a coaching staff, chatting through it. Cinder, Shane have been terrific for this organization. You know, Cinder coming over when Hydra came and what kind of Jacob stepped down, and you know, we've had a lot of conversations with them. Incredible, and they got JP and Karma on the other side.
Yeah, this is two sides that have a ton of respect for each other, right?
I'm sure.
Even out of game, we're talking about best friends with Dashy, Hydra, Scrap. These guys are grinding CS together.
They ain't friends right now, bro.
But right now, yeah, this is all about the battle in the ring.
What an incredible stage and venue. This crowd probably taking a breath after that first series. I'm not sure they stopped screaming.
No, I think they need to.
During the opening, Paris,
they know, like, Paris is still in it, so they're like, we're going to relax.
Yeah.
Yes, Hydra, we do love
S&D
you.
Raid.
You're right now our biggest competition.
We'll see how this crowd may come into play. This Search and Destroy. They have been vocal, that is for sure. Raid, rocking, rearing. We're ready to go. Thieves strike first. Optic now try to hit it on the comeback. Hydra Search and Destroy for Major 4. Well, he is ranked first, and we talk a lot about later in the year. Hydra becomes the Search and Destroy phenom, and well, this weekend that has been the case. A 1.76, he has been terrific. Look for him to make plays here.
Well, yeah, look for him and like sort of Shotzi to find any openings that they can. And, well, they like to have they have very similar styles, so they pick up on those routes. Those are the two guys who are turning around or sort of read them first.
Well, Dashy trying to maybe turn it around after a lackluster map 1. He's been such a constant for this team this year. They need him, and well, what do you know? He gets the first blood. Mercules through on the trade. Dashy involved early, but out of the round now. Numbers to Optic Texas, and as you kind of highlighted, you need to play with numbers. Throwing away numbers can be devastating over the course of a search on any map. But you said it's hard, it's difficult to clutch here. I mean, the two players with Thieves are very split. Hook nearly gets laced, but Scrap can't hit one more bullet.
Well, you can see how patient they are playing. Well, one of the keys, one of the turns of the tides for LA Thieves and Optic has been the Search and Destroy. Thieves leading that category 6-3 on the year. But yeah, we kind of talked about Raid. You have not seen this from Thieves throughout all of Stage 4. The minor, the qualifier here at the major. So one that they have been working on keeping strong, but throughout this round one, it is Optic controlled.
Scrap, just a couple players got away from him, wasn't able to finish off the player ringside, tried to catch bomb planter, got a couple tags in, but couldn't get the kill, and then the flinch, he just put his shots over Hercules. Neum now left alone, and while he's just being toyed with until the help comes through on the wrap. Dashy gets you the blood, Optic get the round, handle it well with numbers.
And well, Shotzi gets another double. Another 2 kills in rounds. It feels like he is on point. So now it's just hopefully the end of that map one we kind of talk about. I don't know. You elongated it, you got going, maybe a little momentum on your side, get the guns warmed up, but this guy, he's locked.
It's that time of year, bro.
Yeah.
It's that time of year. Sometimes I swear I'm watching Shotzi online match. I think he's trolling. And
I think he sort of said, yeah, sometimes he does.
They come into the year and he's just a freak. Optic, all right, they take the first round. Nades out from Thieves. Maybe to connect on a mid push, but nobody there for Optic Texas.
Well, that's info, right? So Dashy had the sniper out. You put damage into it, so he cannot switch off of that class. So you know there's a sniper in this round.
Scrap, well, right as we hop off, you saw Shotzi kind of crossing laundry, and he's going to get ripped. So nice shots from Scrap. One of those situations maybe couldn't connect on the first round there. He's able to do it. Now they're getting aggressive. They've got numbers. They're playing with it. Optic getting picked apart, and that is a fast and a dominant one.
Yeah, starts with that first blood. Sometimes, yeah, Shotzi maybe just trying to make a play, trying to catch any info that he can, but nobody's really over there with him.
Yeah, I want to see. Oh, well, it was the first one.
And then even then, like, you have Hoot mid courtyard, maybe Dashy sniping over him, but it looked like he wanted to back up. So one of the things we sort of talked about with this Optic team is sort of the comms, mid-round comms, just how they're connecting.
I don't know if Shotzi was trying to slide across the other corner, got laced.
Wall banged.
Or got wall banged, yeah. Okay, it didn't look like he was shouldering. Like, as we hopped off, it looked like he was committed. Well, maybe some players aren't going to finish that kill, but Scrap is going to. 1-1. See Optic having their bag now. Hercules, spot onto one. Help is there, though. Scrap is shooting. Hercules, 14 HP. He's got to get out. Great nade, though, as he backs up.
But Hydra's here.
He's pushed up.
Yeah, and that's all Hercules' info. He's watching that cross, but then again, Neum reads the island player. Shotzi trying to lurk, and you have the information here if you're LA Thieves. You know exactly where this push is coming from, but Scrap is playing this very aggressively, and well, he ends up getting caught. Not sure what the play call was there.
Shotzi or Scrap? Who's going to send it and get caught? Shotzi gave him one. Scrap then hand delivered it back. AR out, maybe he gets one, but tough with the NPC from that range. They're coming back to Hydra now. This is Omni movement shoulders. Not giving Hydra any kind of a chance as he repositions.
Yeah,
Sub 30 to go. We're playing the clock.
Have NPCs. You can't really take a lot of ring gun fights, right? So you just have to time this right. Hercules is going to be the one player kind of by his lonesome at the moment. Neum, though, about to check. And well, he's going to get one. So that's the info. Now to Hydra. You have to plant 5 to do that.
It's winnable. He's got eyes on him. Beautiful shots from Hydra. 7.5. Checking it.
Still has a nade?
Still has a nade. Nade hits. Oh, did not hit. He missed it. Hooked into Chow. 82 HP. Hydra not taking too much damage. 1 versus 1. Post plant. Hook just away. Trying to scramble. 25 HP. He's able to reposition. Got to hit the reload. Back to full. Woo! Hydra tucks and Hydra closes. 1v1 clutch and Thieves take it.
What a read out of Hydra. Probably wanted that to be a little bit cleaner with the nade, but listen, talked about it on the desk before this. I think you're going to see some mishaps happen on our pro players on this stage. This is a crazy environment. Some mistakes are going to slip on through, but he regains, comes down to the clock, and then just plays it so patiently in the 1v1.
Just lucky. It's planted at an angle, he can get it done, and then, wow, okay, that was way closer than I realized. Hook nearly wins that.
It almost seemed like a dead body. Like, Hook was checking that for a while. And then I think sometimes when you go out to check that, you're thinking, all right, he's in the laundry, so I think Hook kind of wants to fly out, recircle that. But you have to check that corner, and that's just the one he was there.
He's back in front, and Hydra, he's too hot to handle. He needs to take a dip and cool off. So go for a swim, and, well, nobody home here. Optic, aggressive mid and A are going to have to play the retake now. 4-on-4. Hercules, some tags into a weak Abizi. Can he connect on the nade? Not sure how many shots he got in, but the nade could finish it, and it does not. It hits, but does. So beautiful team play there out of Optic now on the retake. Hook gets you another one. Lost the 1v1, but not losing fights now. Shotzzy going for it. Shotzzy finding it. One player remaining in Scrap. Scrap turns. Can't deal with everybody. The numbers purely there. 3 for the nuke in the round.
It's a confident gunfight, though, if you are Scrap. At least you win that. But it starts with the first blood, and then, I mean, listen, when you go to a default B strategy, everybody kind of knows at this point you're going to push somebody up towards water, somebody up towards Tiki. They use that smoke to isolate Hydra. They know he's in there somewhere. That's the guy you have to find right away. Neutralize. Don't let him make a play. That's exactly what Optic do.
And yeah, it just felt like, dude, Optic's setup and how they were taking a BZ spot water steps was just kind of isolated.
Well, it's just hard. You have to get out, and then as soon as you're getting shots in, he's trying to play his life, but he's just got no help.
Yeah, it's just, can they help him better get out of that after playing?
Can he have a smoke? Yeah.
Yeah. Because it just felt like he was trapped. It's like you hop the Mercury's POV, like he's dead. Little snap from Hercules, Scrap tagged up, and well, the aggressive play from Shotzzy. It's a good team play opening again, similar to the last round. They've got A control. Out of the play is Hydra for now. Hook is shooting missiles right now. Hook, 5 straight now. From losing a 1v1 to just pure takeover and dominance. Woo!
And while you get that 2-2 split out of LA Thieves, and you can kind of see the timing. Scrap's just sort of lurking top laundry, just sort of, all right, checking all the angles, wants to peek out and hope somebody just isn't paying attention. But you get the shots in from Hercules, and that is the go. That is the green light for Shotzzy. You know he is weak. He cannot move. You find that first blood, then, yeah, Hook's just hitting some beams.
How often is that just the name of the game in Search for the AR? It's like, get damage in. Back people down so your subs have a route, right?
Yep.
Let them get to their spots. You don't always have to get the kill. But yeah, just getting like first bullet, a couple bullets in, it leads to that for Shotzzy. And even if Shotzzy doesn't get that kill, sometimes it just gets your sub to an aggressive position. Who could do no wrong? A little popcorn. 7 straight for Hook. How about that after a little rebound after the 1v1? This guy is just doing it all.
Well, there's a trophy there at Zig, so either we missed that trophy or they didn't put it into the spot that it needed to be, and now Hydra is dead. So we saw it through X-ray. There was a trophy down. So
SMD looks great. I don't know what the fuck they did between yesterday and today. Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe a little late or a little off. Not sure. Niam's like, oh, well, I thought I was hiding. I indeed was not. Hercules. Let's see it here. I mean, they toss everything.
Oh, so it's just front of the wall. It's just front of the wall. And you saw the trophies in Zig. So you have to put it like out towards the front, which is difficult to do based on your spawn.
Did maybe hit a player in the back, or
that's just the Nate sort of saying like, I'm landing it in front wall on purpose.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, great from Optic, and well, Hook has just been nuts, and right there with him. I feel like we haven't talked about Hercules that much, but he's got 8, by the way. He's on 4 straight. Him and Hook just dominant in this. Up 2 rounds, up numbers in the early going. Search and Destroy has been the determining factor for our champions as of late. And Optic Texas, maybe not the best form in Search coming into this event, but well, hitting it right now. Shotzzy taking space. Still 2 players here from Optic. Maybe trying to combine with a little AR fire. Dashy just going to send it up and try to finish off the weak player.
Well, you're setting up Shotzzy here, right? He is behind enemy lines, and you're hoping that they rotate back to him because you were playing this over towards B. But this is one of those rounds you add a couple of layers to it, and things can get messy, so you're into a 2-on-2. But do you read this? This was all to set up this play. And well, Hydra, yes, he does.
The French kangaroo. That looked insane from Shotzzy's POV. Just smoked. But Hook has hit another form into another 1v1. Can he win this one? Finessing. It's still up. Popping and dropping. Hook. Take over.
Jesus Christ, Hook. Holy shit.
Almost disastrous for Optic Texas. You saw what they were trying to do. They set up shots through. They want to keep those guys honest at B, but they're hoping when they rotate the bomb carrier down the stairs that everybody else kind of stays alive.
Damn, Kyler.
Or you can get back to them. And while that kind of goes down, it turns into a 1 versus 2.
Hook's on 10 in a row.
Yeah, he's doing what he wants. He's the nuke for a reason.
10 in a row, bro. You don't get many of those in Search and Destroy, ever. That's just an insane streak out of Hook, and while he has a streak, to work with as well if it's even needed. 5-2 the lead. These have had no answer for Hook, no answer for Mercules. And I thought Dashy, maybe not playing well, was going to hurt them, but it hasn't really mattered. He only has one kill. Doesn't matter right now. Can he turn it on forward in the series? Here comes the streak. The bomb carrier.
Yeah, should get one.
See if he's able to wrap it. He is. Wraps it in the window. Neem is gone. 3 versus 3.
Yeah, well, you got a duel going down inside a ring. That's in between Scrap and Hook. And well, Hook's just not losing gunfights right now. But Abizi, the hero of this round, he's the one that found Shotzi. Then he's able to find Mercules in the middle of the map. Now he's getting the Scrap. He's like, I got your back. But 1 versus 2 does not matter. This guy not losing gunfights. Hook switches to the pistol. Hydra's got to get here, or does he? Finally, you take him down.
11 in a row before Hook is finally dropped. Massive round out of Abizi. Got a kill while the streak was in the sky.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's their mute field guy. So as soon as he hears that call, he just takes the risk. Finds Shotzi inside of mid. Gets away with his life.
Keeps Thieves fighting. Within 2 rounds, they'd have to win 4 straight. 3 left to do. Optic fans, one of the rare times they are massively outnumbered, but still fans showing out for the squad. Hoping for another grand final appearance and maybe finally converting one of those into a W this year. But work to do. Down 1 of the series on map point. Now Hook.
Is that another one?
Sure does, Joe. His streak coming in. Hydra gets a kill, pretty much similar to Bees. He gets a kill during the streak. And this time it's not going to connect with anything. So 2 streaks used and maybe 2 Thieves round wins, and you just got question marks in your face.
Well, yeah, and again, it's just sort of like, where are the comms? What are we doing with this Hellstorm? Why not just try to get a plant down on one of these bomb sites? But Shotzi gets caught, and now you are down a man. Everybody else going to start to rotate on over. That's going to be Abizi just right through the pillars. Gives them a 2 versus 4.
Oh.
Abizi's getting loose now. It's all down to 1. And well, LA Thieves, they are a tough team to put away. Just ass face.
Listen, Optic win this map, they're right back in the series. They come back on 2-5, and they might be done. It might be done. Step by step, Thieves bringing it back. 2 streaks used have not led to a round win for Optic. Now getting hot.
Yeah, it's 2 streaks used and then just 2 first deaths for Shotzi.
And I mean, Dashy, I think Dashy, he had both players laundering a bullet. He needed 1 more. That was, I think, great eyes on the frustration he's having through these first 2 maps as he's at 1 and 8. Just seems like he cannot buy a kill right now. Snipe out, mid-map opening.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, where is this guy?
He's very athletic. His glutes are known to be humongous.
And I'm crying because, like, even in the last match when 04 pulled out that spot, I was like, Neptune literally made...
He was in a rock.
He was in a rock. A state Major 1 final. He was on a roof.
Yeah, twisted. Abizi over these last 3 rounds has just been terrific. 2 in a row for Scrap, 2 in a row for Hydra, 3 straight for Abizi. Scrap trying to stay up from his fight with Shotzi.
Well, he's just happy he doesn't die there, right? Shotzi uses that spot. You're hoping that turns into a kill. I don't know how Shotzi sees him, but watch number 5 and Hook. He's the lone man kind of by himself. Can he make the play? It looks like he gets behind enemy lines. And well, Scrap might be dead here, but at least he finds one.
Yeah, the fact he gets a kill before the flank comes in, everything for Thieves. Clock, though, is dwindling. 20 seconds to go. Pressure to Dashy. He's only on 1, and he stays on 1. His rough game continues. Now it's going to be Hook.
Damn, Bruce.
It's been all on Hook. 1v3, or we go to 11. We're going to 11.
Oh, man.
Good look at it, right? You are setting up this Hook play as well. You're all going to learn something maybe to use it in ranked now. Just going to show this off. Not
very
sure
strong elbows.
You should be allowed to do that. Treyarch's probably watching.
Yep.
They'll figure that one out.
Let's get rid of that little ledge there.
Yeah, but even at a 3-on-4, like Hook is flanking. It feels like you should just wait for him, not die laundry. Let him make his play, and then you have a 3-on-3.
Yeah, use him a freebie on the Scrap, right? Like,
yeah, it's just something's going on in Surges.
Round 11, gongs away. Offense for Optic. They are grouped up, and they are hitting it. All-out pressure towards B. Stun hits, info there. Quick rotation coming in from Thieves. One person out of the play is going to be scrapped for now. Utility from Optic trying to connect. Abizi, hoping he can catch the planter. And he does. Abizi has been incredible, but he flies out. Niem, at least in the same scenario, able to get one. Scrap, he rotates over, finds it. The 2-5 comeback is about to happen. All on Dashy. All on Dashy, and he is done. They bring it back with 4 straight, and this crowd is roaring.
This team can just simply not lose right now. 3-5, 2-5. This is a map, if you are Optic. You have 2 Hellstorms. You don't convert into rounds. I mean, Hoot is on a 10 spree. This is one you have to be able to put away.
Instead,
Not
they
good.
Instead, they get put away. Straight into the bin. Thieves now up 2-0.
Jesus Christ, Bruce, you played like shit.
And what the hell, man? The magic in the air for Hydra in this.
Oh, man. That was not great.
Really started to take over. I mean, honestly, if you look at the stats, like, no one really popped off for Thieves. You just had great moments. Scrap was shooting. I mean, 1,600 damage to Search and Destroy is just terrific. His 1 kill before the hoop came in. Phantxm came in big. His kill in the last round as he was kind of that ISO player.
3 and fucking 10 and 4 and 8, bro.
Are you getting flashbacks almost to Optic Search like last major?
In a way, yeah. Just like there's just something off. There's something not connecting between these guys.
Paco get inside of your top blue and wreak havoc. You have to be counting names. The comms have to be on point. Hey, listen, if Shanti Dash got to turn their mic down so they can hear Hook a little bit better, then that's what they need to do. But these scars have been crazy. One-score games the last 3 times they played it. I expect no different.
I like that call out, putting a little pressure on the IGL. On the other side for LA Thieves, who is that person in game, Study?
Oh yeah, it's got to be Liam. He's like their best overload player of the game. Mr. Consistent. You can always count on this guy to make the best play possible regardless of the situation. His teammates go 3 dead. Oh, what I need to do? Camp a quarter, guarantee 1? That's what he brings to this team. Just a fundamental aspect and allow his superstars to superstar.
Game 3 is ready. It's time to hand this one back over to casters as we kick in to Overload.
Great breakdown, guys. We continue on. You kind of heard what Ant said about Dashy. I agree, but at the same time, it feels like in matchups like this, when it is a battle of titans, you've got superstars across the board. If you have one guy really struggling, it makes it very difficult on the team, especially if someone's been as consistent. And going to a map like Scar Overload, it feels like Dashy has got to produce.
Yeah,
right?
I think map 1, criticism is fair. Yeah. But map number 2, like, yes, he has a slow game.
Yes,
They should have won that without that.
That's not just on him.
That's just not on him. It's just, this should be tied up 1-1, and we should be talking about, all right, how do they win this Overload? Can Dashy step up? And, well, he's going to need this step up, but yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, you have dominated this if you are LA Thieves versus Optic on the year.
Listen, Thieves, no stranger to major 3 and 4 wins. They did it last year. They're looking to replicate it this year. They're on a 15-match win streak. They win this major, it's up to 17, and I don't know if that ever gets touched. That would just be insane. You think of some of the all-star insane lineups we've had in the CDL era. 17 straight would be terrific, but hey, you still got work to do. We're on number 16 right now, up 2-0. The favorite in this map 3, you were Team A, you got to pick the Overload.
And well, you just saw right there, there was 3 scars in this matchup. All have come down to 1 goal. And LA Thieves, they have been so clutch in their defenses, just making sure you're not able to get those scores in, finding that final multi-kill. Can Optic finally get something going?
So far, great break off. Can he turn this into a score? To the back line of Thieves, I mean, the staple of this team in Overload has been their defensive stands. Not gonna have one here. Optic exactly what you needed. A couple kills for Dashy, a score through quickly, turn around the vibes, turn around the momentum, come out here with the thunder.
And well, the Dester's talking about it, right? Limit this side when you, are LA or Optic Texas. Because this is the bad side, right? Don't let Hydra get loose inside of blue, find a BZ. That's when he's able to make those plays, and you got a hot start out of this man. He started off 4-0, leads to an Overload. Can you get one more behind his double?
No, I mean, you get 2 early scores from this side, you get dominated. I mean, that, what a time for a brilliant break off for Optic. Still work to do, but the more that they are forward, the better it is as Hook is connecting with a BZ. Well, he answers the call.
Guess who? We just talked about it. This man, is he going to step up? He starts off 8-1. Big Brucey is back.
He can be as critical on himself as the fans can be. He's ready to turn up. He's got the Maddox cracking, ready to go, and he is not missing currently. 5 straight for him, working towards his streak. It has been all pressure towards Thieves for now. 3 going to go down. 1 guy is up. Liam at least able to get 1. He's been so good in these situations. He gets you a second one. Oh, I can't quite stop it. Up over the top go Optic as Hoop delivers 3. The pressure is still here. What a moment now for Optic.
Yeah, but now you got him split spawning again. So if you are LA Thieves, there's no counter on the board, and Dashy is piecing you up. Optic have responded. They have come out guns blazing. Everybody getting multi-kills. Everyone involved a chance to go up 3-0.
I guess they don't care they threw a 2-5 lead. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I assume Damon was back there just letting them have it. You kind of just have to. Hopefully that fires them up.
Well, I'll tell you one man's fired up. The man with EMPs, challenge fights like that with a pistol, feeling himself, but this will be several dead for Optic Texas. 3rd is going to get finished. This should be a score, or is it? I thought an awkward moment, maybe the reload, he was going to get caught and not go through, but Thieves get back 1, but still, listen, Optic fans, you're good, you're good. You're on the quote-unquote weaker side. You've already delivered 2 scores. I think any scores from that side's great. You're sitting pretty for now, but
yeah, limit the damage.
Limit the damage, limit the damage.
Take control of blue. Don't let these guys get loose. The problem is well, Abizi's on 5 in a row. You haven't been able to find him. Usually it's Hydra. Now it's Abizi with 3. And well, you blinked. We're all tied up.
Are you kidding me? What a stop from Optic Texas. Are you joking?
Wow.
Abizi was loose. He was loosey-goosey, but they get shut down, and that is a stand. But will there be a theft? Oh, it's criminal. It's stolen, and it's put through all that hard work down the drain.
Oh, my God. I thought it was going to be 2-2, and, well, now it is. Neum with a nice little flank there on the EMP carrier, but a minute and 30 to go, and finally Optic out of their base.
Optic, got to stop that momentum now. Limit damage. You're good if you take this in 2-2 at half. I think you feel good about that. Can you get any more scores through? Mercury's going to get 2 for you with the pistol, and he's going to go ahead and flush that home. So instant score basically for Optic Texas. Back in front, 3 from this side. Sensational. Now, even if by some wonder Thieves score 2 more, it's okay. I think it's okay. Job is done for Optic. Job is done in this half.
Yeah, they've done a good job. But LA Thieves continue to fight. There's going to be a third on the board, so we are all tied up.
Dude, we've had some really high-scoring overloads.
Yeah, I think our team's just getting more and more efficient.
Yeah, we had, what, 7, I think, in the opening series in the first half. May have 7 here as we're all square at 3-3. Abizi has some space. Dashi, though, is still, he has 18 in this half. Hercules, maybe one he thought he won, but Abizi able to get the last laugh. Still have 1 mid-map in Dashi. And Dashi not losing fights this half. He's on 5 straight. He'll finally get dropped. One last opportunity maybe for Optic to go ahead and put this through. Gets 2 tags in with a pistol, but not enough. The back line holding for Thieves for now.
And I'll tell you what, I know we've been talking about Dashi, but that search and destroy, Abizi has come alive. And while Hydra is pushed up, and you're going to have a chance to go up 1. And again, LA Thieves are on the better side, but still continuing to fight, even dealing with all the plays that Optic Texas were throwing their way.
The last second score puts the lead to Thieves up 1. We hop the Hydra because he was the one that was kind of lurking for the last 20-30 seconds in a position to make the play to set up an easy score. But I said like a minute ago, and there's a minute left, I'm like, even if Thieves are able to put their 2, it's not the end of the world. Optic did their job. You're within 1 from that side. I mean, listen, we say this stuff. You can score from either side, obviously, but it feels like if you really get them pinned in blue side,
well, I think you can see, yeah, like
forward
LA
spawn
Thieves,
you
like, I don't know, some of their goals just looked effortless. Like, yes, they're finding the kills, but on the Optic side, you have to get a couple of waves. You have to stay in those positions. You have to get a multi-kill. It's just what it is.
It's harder to get into like your ideal setup, I guess, on the offensive side, typically when you're pushing towards green. Optic had such a good break-off in the first half, looking to replicate that down 1. So far, so good. Hoop gets you 2. Hungry for more, he'll take down a 3rd, and that's everybody coming off a spawn now. Controlled Optic Texas, and this is great for them, because this is where you can just have relentless pressure, get Hook and Shotzi to their spots. They're looking for the tying score.
Trying to win these gunfights, and well, Neum, just great movement, great finesse on a Shotzi, but Mercury still trying to go. And well, that is also a big reason why this is a strong side. You spawn pretty much middle of the map, so it is just constant pressure on the base. But where LA Thieves have just separated themselves is their defense. They do it here again.
I mean, kind of like you said, you need to win like 2 fights to score. You sort of need 2 fights to get out of your base.
Get out of your base,
yeah, from this side too. So it can be so difficult, but honestly, Thieves dealt with the early pressure well. Didn't give up a score. Yes, you're still basically fighting from your back line.
Shotzi's just going.
Well, he's going into a wall. Abizi shuts it down. Mercules, everybody dead. Flushing it through. 4-4. The defense was good until it broke. And that was a perfect example of how hard it is defensively from this side, because they got a great stretch of kills, but they still were never able to push out. Now they're in trouble. They are pinned in. Topside EMP spawn. Dashi's got the rock. You're relying on Mercules to find you some kills, and him and Shotzi are doing it. You blink your eyes, you missed it. It's back-to-back scores, and Optic Texas take the lead.
Yeah, Scrap almost makes the play and finds a double. There's just too many bodies here. LA Thieves now trying to counter, get control of Motel. But Hydra, he's gonna need a little bit of help, and the help he does get, but one player just pieces on through behind him. Did he just leave him?
I was waiting for Hoot to shoot him in the back.
Yeah, well, Hoot just stays patient. It's like, I'll just kill the EMP carrier, and while you do not get a counter, instead it's gonna be Optic now on the attack.
Just under 3 to play. Teams trading blows.
Still have a Hellstorm on Abizi.
I think you're seeing with the 2.5 played here how important the early round was for Optic Texas in the first half. It might be the difference. Or is Abizi the difference? Runs out of ammo, but the teammate there to pick it up. There always seems to be one more man for Optic, but now finally is the best chance you've really had for Thieves.
And I would expect Abizi to call this in soon. You finally have map control, and there we go. You can see he's not moving, so Hellstorm on the way, but Hydra does get picked. You're going to have them all in the back of their base if you are LA Thieves. You're just hoping this connects, but they're going to get inside of top green. You just hope to follow this up. Mercules, well, he's going to go on a flank. That's going to take down Abizi, but do they turn this into a score? It's looking like they will, so the Hellstorm pays off.
The streak, if anything, opens lanes, right? Everyone has to tuck away. You saw Hydra kind of get a free route topside to help set that up. 5-5, 2 to play. Optic Texas love a good old dramatic overload in a big moment. They've had several on the gear, but a good clearance from Optic Texas. Abizi, the last forward man for Thieves, and that's an opening for Shotzi now to get up towards blue. Mercules, with his streak now called in.
Well, this is going to set up Shotzi, you would think. Well, but that's going to take down one of his teammates. He calls that in. Abizi was pushed up there. But Shotzi is still behind them. He's going to wait for his teammates, or, well, he's going to take that kill and then let them know, let's go.
Can they get it to him? Trying to break it up as Abizi. He got to that top green window. He's able to take out one.
More.
That might slow it enough to set up Hydra now to make the play. Him and Scrap on the crossfire. The push is shut down. Shotzi no longer loose inside of blue. Thieves deal with a delicate moment.
Yeah, and that's just tough, right? Because Mercules, he's obviously in that Hellstorm, so who would be your EMP carrier to move that objective up so you'd have a scoring chance, but that Hellstorm connects with him?
And then Abizi gets the one kill on EMP. I think that and the streak killer, yeah, that stalls everything, right? Under a minute to go. We sit at 5-5. This is where heroes are made late in the crunch time of the overload. Dashy slowed down a bit. I mean, he had, what, 18 or 20 or something in that first half. But these late game scenarios are what he lives for, but he is going to get dropped. That's going to be 4 dead for Optic. Here comes EMP forward. The nades have got to hit for Optic Texas. Can they connect? Can Hydra?
Gotta wait for him. He's making the play.
The King of France, call in the dagger.
Waiting on Hydra still. You still are just hoping he makes the play, but Shotzi wins the gunfight.
Hydra can't get it done. Still, EMP control here for Thieves, having to back it up, but you're taking a bit of a gamble. Neum staying alive.
He just wants time to end. He wants time to end. Or can they make something of this?
Oh,
How?
No. Oh,
it's going to be all 3 dead. If EMP dies, we head to overtime.
They're coming off a spawn. Someone's going to hit an in. It's not going to happen. It's a last-second score. Hydra's fired up at Thieves. Call game 3-0.
And well, when you are hot, you are hot. It just feels like nothing can go wrong for this team right now. They are clutching every single scenario.
It takes me back to Optic and what was the MW3 major, really. Every clutch scenario they had to search and destroy. Every clutch and control, like, you've been part of that.
Yeah.
But you're just hot. It's like, I don't know, whatever we're doing is working.
Stopping.
It's just working. Like, get out of our way. We're winning this tournament. That's how it feels for Thieves right now. Optic, not used to getting 3-0'd. Thieves just look too good right now, but we're not done yet. This is a winner's bracket final, so maybe for new viewers, Optic will drop down to the lower bracket and play the hometown crowd in Paris. This place is going to be bananas for that, but just that was fun. I mean, it was a 3-0, but like we go to around 11. Have some insane moments in the hard point, and then that a very high-scoring affair in the overload. Just the crunch time, man. Thieves can't miss.
They cannot miss. And well, maybe Optic's thinking, let's try this a different way. Screw the winner's bracket side. Let's go to the lower bracket side. But obviously their first, best of 5 loss all year when it comes to the majors. As LA Thieves send them down to take down Paris.
Look at the stats of Abizi. He turned it on the midpoint of that search and destroy, and he did not slow down. Just terrific as Abizi is getting to another grand final. What a career this young man has had as he looks for another win on the year. Everyone getting it done for Thieves as you take a 3-0. And I mean, you got the crowd behind Hydra. You have everything clicking for Thieves. This is their tournament to win.
You got the crowd behind Hydra once Paris is out. Once Paris is out.
That is fair.
But yeah, he is keeping this up. Obviously, he wants nothing more than to win here at home.
And for Optic, you're thinking if we can get back, listen, a lot of these maps were very, very, very close. You saw the overall scoreline there, winnable situations. You should have won the map too if you were Optic. A bit of a collapse there at the end of the overload. Fixed a few things, and Optic very well could take home this tournament, but they're going to have to do it the hard way.
Whew. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, man, going up against this crowd. We just saw it earlier today.
Scrap, you absolute freak of nature.
Oh.
He's on stage.
A freak of nature, he is indeed. Scrap, thank you so much for joining me. Back-to-back finale pour les LA Thieves et la deuxième, ils vont la chercher à Paris. Thank you so much for joining me. Any first reactions on this series? You make it look easy, man.
Yeah, you know, against them, it's usually not that easy, but I don't know, the composure from the boys, we were just fucking shitting on them, so yeah, it felt good.
Dude, I have to translate all of this. You're not making it easy for me either. Well, voilà, il leur a fait dessus, on va dire, d'un langage très floral. Mais on le sait, voilà, c'est comme ça qu'ils parlent généralement. Et on sait que généralement, LA Thieves, quand ils jouent contre Optic, généralement, le public n'est pas à leur avantage. Mais vous, Paris, une fois de plus, vous leur avez donné le soutien. On sait qu'il y a Hydra dans la team et que vous avez envie de les soutenir. You're not used to getting so much crowd support, especially against Optic in the US. How did that one feel?
Oh, it feels great. You know, I got the French Phenom they call him, my boy Paco over there just doing his thing. Obviously, France created a GOAT on my team, and I love him, so yeah, no, it felt good.
Standing on the right side of the team, obviously here with Hydra. Il est content d'avoir Hydra dans son équipe, forcément, vu le soutien que vous lui apportez ici. Et vu que Hydra, c'est le seul Français qu'on a dans cette Call of Duty League, je me demande si ça a été un bon hôte, s'il leur a donné des bons conseils, justement, pour visiter Paris. How has Hydra treated you? Has he been a good host here in Paris?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, I like the little baguettes, chocolate baguettes. I'm just hitting those every morning. Some orange juice is fire from here. The dinners have been good. Paco's been treating us well, and I've been having fun.
Good food, good cooking, in game and off the game. Voilà, on aime bien la bouffe française, forcément. Hydra qui les a bien traités. Et les Thieves arrivent sur une nouvelle finale, back-to-back. Ils ont gagné la dernière. Ils ont l'air d'être indétrônables ici. Ils n'ont pas perdu depuis 16 séries. Hier, Hydra disait qu'ils l'apporteraient jusqu'à la 17e. La 17e, ils iront la chercher à l'issue de celle-là. Est-ce qu'ils se ressentent plus forts que la dernière fois qu'ils ont gagné la coupe? À quel point ils ont progressé? One series stands between you and this amazing trophy behind you. Yesterday, Hydra said we're going to take it to the 17th series and we're going to win another time. How strong do you feel compared to the last major, and how much better did you get?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we've gotten way better. I think we understand how we win matches, what makes us a really good team. And yeah, I'm ready to take this trophy, the best trophy I've ever seen, honestly, in all of esports, and I want my hands on it.
Looks pretty good. Let's see if we can make it happen. Thank you so much for the interview. On peut l'applaudir encore une fois. On les retrouvera en finale. That's all for it here for this interview. Let's hit it with the scuff play of the game.
Thank you very much, Laura. As we take a look at our scuff play of the game, it is the late score from Hydra, the French Phenom, they call him, and he is performing in front of his home crowd admirably, popping off in all of the respawns, showing he can do the objective as well, Nameless.
Yeah, there were multiple times where, you know, Optic were on the aggressive and Thieves were able to just slow them down enough to where Optic couldn't rally. And then in this situation, Thieves are tucking tail and running because they want to make sure that it's either they score or it goes to overtime. Optic get way too greedy, and you see Hook pushes all the way up through P2 on the chase, which leaves Dashy here alone when they get aggressive through Delhi. Just a greedy play out of Optic that they might get away with online. You're not getting away with on land versus the LA Thieves.
Love that lead blockership from Hydra. Niam puts it in, and you see a 3-0 for Optic, the first time on the season. Alley Cat, they're headed to the losers bracket on land.
Does Joe and Clint got in them this weekend to cause all of these 3-0s? But yeah, no, for LA Thieves, I mean, this is kind of what I expected. They look like they're going to be running on a terror, and that's exactly what they showed on that main stage, especially if a BZ's giving you overloads like that when that's typically your S&D guy. It's going to be a problem in that grand final.
There's nobody who watches more Call of Duty than Studdy. He's casting Challengers, he's casting CDL this season. Stud, you chose Optic, correct?
Yeah.
Why were you so terribly wrong?
I guess because they threw away that search and destroy the way that they did. The same way they did it in Overload. It's like this mentality of we have to win right now. We don't want to waste a little bit more time. No, it needs to be at this moment. Investing 2 Hellstorms, abysmal. Then you get to the Overload. Like Nameless said, you can be willing to go to regulation time. You know that even though that you're on the good side, they are playing for the last push. They're playing sloppy Call of Duty that we've seen in stage number 4 at the worst time of the year.
You know what we call that? Main character syndrome in game. You have to realize you have to respect your opponent as well. I think Optic can learn from it, though.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that final game. You saw your scuff play of the game, but when it comes to Overload, this was a very tight game, very much like that search and destroy, Allie.
I mean, yeah, I think the biggest point for me here was Neum had a really slow start, and that's something we don't expect from him in map number 3. So Optic Texas, you get this huge lead right off the bat. Dashy is just absolutely frying, and then things kind of take a turn, Jay.
And I promise you, even though Neum doesn't put up the best stats, I swear the comms on their side have to be, where's Shotzi? Don't worry, I got him. Every time you find Shotzi in a position where he can make the most impact possible, it's Neum camping a corner, playing it super slow, tracking these players and allowing, again, his superstars to just free roam while he's contesting the others. He's on
cap, the sneak one in bottom blue was ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Optic there were 3 Optic players there. Neum's camping a corner, slides through, kills ball carrier, and scores. Like, those don't pop up on the stat sheet. Those are like MVP plays. Neum is integral to their success.
And I would love to continue off that as we're watching it kind of happen right now. This is a moment where Hook and Merc were just absolutely slamming in blue side, but they finally cleaned them up, and then it's a BZ who calls his streak in, and now this is where you call a good streak. He calls it in. He's able to free up the map for his team. He finds one. Not only does he find one on the flank, though, he sacrifices himself in that situation to make sure that nobody's able to shoot those players in the back when making that final push.
It's been a fun run, and we are down to just 3 teams historically on the season for Black Ops 7. If you come through the losers bracket, you are guaranteed a trophy. Who has the better chance? The team that started in losers round 1 or the team that just fell down? We've never seen Optic in this position in Black Ops 7, Nameless.
I mean, look at the Gentlemates run. You're talking losers round 1.
Jody said, we're going to show you as many games as possible. He lived up to that hype.
Yeah, this has been awesome. I mean, what more would you want if you're a Gentlemates fan here in this venue other than a date with Optic to get to the grand final? You can give them a taste of their own medicine.
I mean, this bracket is just unbelievable to stare at, and in the way that it shakes out, and now having Optic in this elimination, Chris, going back to your original question, it's kind of like the context here matters. I think with the way Optic has been playing and the way that they just lost, it is not a great situation. Any other land, Optic going down the elimination, I probably would have been like, this is their bounce back. I'd be terrified of them. Right now,
they got 3-0.
I don't know.
2 matches left here in Paris. Lock in for the end here of Major 4. It's going to be an epic conclusion to your championship Sunday.